Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing, bitches banging, 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 banging. I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing like bang, 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 bitch, nigga, bang, 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 bang.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? What's happening? Hey, Vancat, I don't know what happened. Can you hear me? Oh, man, now I can't even hear anything, bro. What's going on?
MD, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear
You're
you
all out
too.
of whack, bro.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay.
All right. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
All good. All good.
Why can't I hear anything, bro? Like, man, this is crazy.
I can hear you, MD.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. I see you nod your head, but I don't know what's going on. So I got a funny story. Once I get this straight, hey, just check it in so I can figure out what's going on, and we'll take it from there. Hold on, give me a. Jeez, Louise, bro. I'm not understanding. I might have to come back in and come back out. Let me see. Give me a second. And I just heard all the audio, so I don't understand why I can't hear.
Well, this is happening because Trump won't release the files. That's why this is happening. All right. So MD is he clicked out of there, and he'll be back momentarily here. Hold on. I think that's MD right now. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's coming in through my phone
Yeah.
and not my headset for some odd reason. I don't understand why.
I
But I
had
guess
that
I
same
have to.
problem before.
Yeah, I guess I have to make it work. But so am I? Does it sound like I'm on speakerphone, or is it like coming through? I don't. I can't know what the sound quality is. Like I said, I can hear
That's
everything. It's
that's
just through my
fine.
phone.
Yeah. Yeah. The sound quality is
Okay, well,
fine. It's good enough.
all right, whatever. I guess we'll just run it like this. So hey, a janky edition of MD Box Live. So funny story. I had everything set up
Yeah.
on my laptop. So
Yeah.
I bought this little inverter thing in Majigger to charge my laptop.
Yep.
I was going through putting everything in the show like how I wanted to, and my laptop just died. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Are you
So
like it just died like
yeah,
dead?
it died. It's
Oh
dead.
Lord.
Not died as far as like it don't work. The charge, the battery charge, but it was
Okay.
plugged up.
That's what I was trying to clarify.
Yeah, it was plugged up. No problem. So apparently, the thingamajigger that I bought it don't work
Mm.
because it wasn't doing anything. Like I'm sitting here just going over doing stuff on my laptop, and poof, I'm like, what the hell is this charge? To say it's charging? Obviously, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So back to the stuff that I was doing, and I was putting in everything I wanted to put in. Now I got to figure it out. But hey, it is what it is.
You don't think that was
We're gonna get the show on the road. See, and if you look at the screen,
yeah.
you see how we're on the side because I was putting the presentation together, and I
Yeah.
can't change it now because you can't do it on the phone. So
Hey,
so
you should be able to change it. Hold
all right,
on.
let me check. Let me check.
Yeah.
'Cause as far as I know, you can't do it. Let me see if I can. Let me see layout. Okay, now you gone. I don't know what the hell just. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah,
Hold on. See, now we back to this.
try
So yeah,
another
I don't know
option.
what's going on, Cat. We done. I don't know what's going on.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't even see. And like I said, this thing done changed so much, man.
Yeah, they have changed it a
Like I
lot.
don't even see where like they usually have like the layouts.
Yep. Yep.
I don't even see that, bro. I don't even see it.
Yeah. It's very
I mean, I'm
confusing
I'm done for the night, folks. I'm
now.
done for the night. I don't know what the hell is going on, but we gonna
um,
figure it out.
oh
we gonna
man.
let me. I'm gonna try it one more time. Hold on, wait a minute. Solo layout. That's now it's just VanCat. Now I'm
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell. But okay, now I just saw you did something. I don't know what you did.
Yeah, they were just changing the way the corners are, like how big, if you want it to be a circle or a square, rectangle. That's
So
all. But
where do you even see that at? Can you do that on the
you see
phone?
on the top, yeah, I'm doing it on the phone right now. Where it says style, if you hit style on the top there, and then it'll give you default.
I don't even see words. I just see symbols, bro.
Oh, you must have it
Yeah,
set up.
that's what I'm saying. Well, was you on iPhone?
No, I'm Android. I would never use
Okay,
iPhone.
yeah, I'm Android too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even see any type of wording. So I got the comment box, the
Yep.
banner
Comment, then
box.
banners,
But
media,
yes,
and then style, and then recording.
okay, I see default camera where you can change like the thingamajigger.
Yep. That's it.
I see recording. Yeah, it says brand for me.
Yeah, brand one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see where you can change like the layout.
See, so right below brand one, it says default camera, and then if you go down more, you'll see those boxes. Well, I don't know about the layout, but I'm talking about those boxes like this. What I'm doing here.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
but the
got it. Hey,
layout.
hey, it
uh,
is what it is tonight, man.
Yeah,
We gonna try to
we
figure
live,
this out.
pal. We
Yeah,
live.
we gonna try to figure this out, man. Because like I said, yeah, we gonna have to do it live. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Find your solo layout, bro. Just did something. I don't know what I just did. Yeah, that didn't help either. So yeah, we screwed tonight, folks. But we gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. So the little stuff that I do got, we gonna play it. We talking about the truth about the deep state. You
Yep.
see what's going on with Epstein and Pam Bondi and Bongino and Cash and ultimately Trump. You see what's going on. Their backs against the wall, folks. This may be the opening that the Democrats desperately needed right here. And like I said, eventually something like this was gonna pop up. The ultimate question is, do the Democrats have the wherewithal to keep the pressure on? So far, so good. You just saw today. It was Ro Khanna, and hell, I believe it was a Republican senator. Tried to uh put forth legislation. Well, actually, I ain't even gonna call it legislation. They tried to
Hmm.
put something on the floor to try to make essentially a debate happen to where a legislation can be put into place that'll release the files. It's never gonna happen. But
Hmm.
that's the stuff that Democrats got to keep doing in order to put the pressure on the Trump administration. I ain't got
Yep.
no issue with it. And all along, this goes back to the point. Roll over, play dead to a certain extent. I agree with it wholeheartedly. Let the Republicans and let Trump expose themselves. They just
Yep.
did it. So now is where you get up and apply ultimate pressure. Ultimate pressure. What do you think about what's been going on the past few days, back there, while I play with this phone?
It's been nutty to say the least. It's funny how they're the ones that sparked this whole thing about Epstein. They talked about it for years. They used it as a campaign dog whistle. They tried to act like as if they had information and wanted to show information. And it's funny when you're trying to get the job, when you're trying to become the party in power. Once you get power, like, okay, we didn't have a plan of what we were going to go with this. We were just using as many buzzwords as we could to get attention and get people on our side. But now we're in it. Now we're in power, and we're backing it. We're backing down to everything we've been saying, and that's what this administration been doing. It seemed like every other minute there's like some additional information. I just saw before we got on here them saying that Trump did some kind of birthday wish for Epstein when on his 50th birthday, and he kind of signed his name, Donald Trump, with a picture of like a woman drawing, and like the name of Donald Trump's signature was like the pubic hair on the woman that was on the card of him wishing him happy birthday, and many more secrets We're looking forward to creating many more secrets or something like that. He said. So I mean, that's just Trump right there, just showing you what the intention of the day was back then. And that was back on his 50th birthday. That was like 2003. So yeah, definitely. I mean, this
Right,
ain't
right.
this
Yeah.
gonna keep getting worse. The red hats are burning their hats. I'm loving that.
Yeah.
I'm loving that
Yeah.
100%.
The regret that a lot of these MAGA maniacs, and I'm that maybe that's the wrong word to use because they don't regret a damn thing.
Right.
But the feel of a broken promise will probably
Mm-hmm.
be a more adequate phrase to use. These
Mm-hmm.
people believed that Trump was actually the person that was going to expose everything. Why they
Mm-hmm.
believed it, I don't know. Why it's so funny to me to see, and I'm talking about prominent MAGA maniacs. Prominent. I just saw today PBD, Patrick Bet David,
Yep.
who I think Patrick Bet David, he's reasonable to a certain degree, but
Mm-hmm.
he's a MAGA maniac. Don't get it twisted.
Of
But
course.
so many people look at Patrick Bet David as this guy, not necessarily as an end all be all, but a marker of some type of symbolism when it comes to the right, as far as like a rugged individual, right? I don't. I think he's an idiot. He scammed a whole bunch of people and made a lot of money. Hey, that's America at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So once I saw
Courtesy of
him,
Captain
hey,
Capitalism.
you better know it. But once I saw him, I said, oh yeah, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. But again, now it becomes a game of attrition. How long can this stay in the news?
Yeah.
How much pressure can whatever media source, whether it be mainstream or otherwise, put on Trump in order for him to make the wrong move?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it going to be a situation where it'll blow off over time and then we'll just go back to MAGA maniac standard program? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the ultimate question. And like I said, the ball's in the DM courts now. That's just a fact. The ball is in their court. Can they apply a full court press on this situation until they can't squeeze nothing else out of it? And there'll become a time where it'll get so stale where maybe it ain't worth much. But that's up for the DMs to decide at this point. I say, just like they made it an issue, all of the Biden administration make it an issue up until, as a matter of fact, don't just make it an issue, make it a campaign promise. If I'm a congressman that's in a incumbent position come 2026, or if I'm a newcomer trying to get a Republican seat, that's going to be one of my number one talking points.
Oh, of
Look,
course.
put me in Congress, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to hold congressional hearings. I'm a subpoena every damn body. We gonna get to the bottom of what's going on. You ultimately, it's almost like you become a MAGA maniac yourself. You might have to. Look, we the blue MAGA. Blue MAGA was a big. We blue MAGA. We gonna run this conspiracy. We running into people. We doing all type of stuff. We gonna run into buildings. Ask where the Epstein files at. That might be a good strategy. You might just have to become Bizarro and do the opposite. Superman in
Oh,
theaters now.
that's right. Amazing.
So, you
Amazing.
watched it already?
Oh, hell yeah. I was all over it like hot
Okay.
butter. That junk is great.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably go see it this weekend.
Yep.
I ain't no more. I usually wait till it come out on stream, but I might go see it just because everybody talking about it, and hell, I might get you to do a review because
Yeah.
apparently Superman done gone woke, super woke is what they call it. So we gonna see what that's about. I'll probably watch it this weekend though. I ain't got nothing else to do. But
Yeah, I saw
let's
it in
play a
3D.
video. Oh damn, yeah. I ain't even know they still had that in the theater. So let's watch a video here. Now everybody remembers early on in the administration, and I'm so sad I can't even upload. I don't even know where my other videos are at. Everybody remembers early on in administration, the big shocker. It was on Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
Pam Bondi was being interviewed, and she dropped the bombshell. Everybody was talking about it. Let's take a look.
Yep.
DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
See, I don't know what the hell. It's even a delay in my videos that I put in. Whatever, I don't care. So Pam Bondi showed, and I remember when this happened. That night, Twitter went crazy because they thought,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Everybody going down. And hell, she said they was going to be released, so we could do nothing but go off of what she said. I believe a few days later is when she put out the tweet saying, tomorrow I'm releasing phase 1. But she didn't release it to everybody. She distributed certain parts of the Epstein files, which we already knew, to certain MAGA influencers at the White House, giving us a tease that these people was going to let us know what was going on with the Epstein client list in big ass binders saying Epstein files phase 1. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Vacay. I don't work in development or anything like that. Usually when they say phase 1,
Yep.
that means that that's a certain section of whatever project you're working on. Correct me if I'm
Yep.
wrong.
Yep. That's right. There's more to
Okay,
come, and that's the first iteration of it.
right. So there's more to come. Phase 1 comes out. The certain influencers like what's the phase? Libs of TikTok, and all these people start screenshotting stuff that was in the folder, putting it on their account, garnering hundreds of thousands of extra eyes on their account. That's ultimately what it was there for. And people was like, hold on, wait a minute. This is shit that we already knew. There ain't nothing new about this.
Mm-hmm.
Then the people said, look, don't worry. This is just the introduction to the book. We just getting you caught up on what's going on, and then the body of the work is gonna come out in phase 2 and 3. And how many other phases. And nobody heard from it again. Then people was like, man, a couple months went by. People was like, hold on, what's going on with the Epstein file? Now the shitstorm is at full height. It's at
So,
full height, and people don't know what to do. Go ahead.
so I just wanted to add to that. So, we have this other story that just miraculously just came out about Trump's legs and the veins and his heart and everything and whatnot. And yeah, you were talking about it, saying, "Well, he's an old fat guy," and blah blah blah. But I'm looking at it like, okay, I'm taking a lot of hits with this Epstein thing. I need something to pivot the conversation elsewhere. So MAGA is really upset with me if I can have a sentimental kind of like feel sorry for me type of story out there. Maybe that will die down all the talk on this Epstein's thing. And that's my theory is like this information medically was already known and it already happened probably before
Yeah, it should have
the
been.
election.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just chose to release it right in this moment, right in this time to kind of like buffer out some of this attention on the Epstein thing.
Yeah. And not to mention the fact that people were speculating it anyway, in terms of the blotches on his hand.
Oh my God.
and
They did a
and
close up of his hand. His hand looked
right.
real old, man. Like he looked
So
like
so again,
Crypt Keeper old.
this is Trump 101. When a story comes out about him, he get on top of it immediately. Immediately. The blotches on his hand, the swollen legs, all of that stuff is symptoms of congenital heart failure, is what it is. Let's just keep it a buck. You're old, you're fat, your tick ain't got that much long. But we already knew this. It don't take. I ain't no doctor. I'm no physician of any kind. But I know, hey, look, man, the clock is ticking. It's a done deal. Hell, in many facets, I think it's a good thing that your ass still here already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get your point. Maybe he does want to use that as a distraction. But again, that goes back to my original point. It's up to the Dems and the I don't want to say bias, the opposition media, in order
Okay.
to make this thing work and work it till you can't work it no more.
Man,
That's ultimately what it is.
I feel wholeheartedly bad for all of y'all because you are all about to learn the truth about this government. I'm trying to tell you, you all, I bring up the WS and you all look at me like, oh my gosh, Mike, everything ain't, it's never gonna come out because Dems are just as much on that list as Trump and his
I,
MAGA
I,
people are
I
on that
agree.
list.
I agree, but that ain't the point.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's a point. I'm saying
Yeah.
this is, and how y'all skip the Rosie O'Donnell attempt at deflection?
Yeah,
That was
that's
the
true too.
funny. I'm gonna take her citizenship. That was the funniest nonsense I
Yep.
ever. How you get beaten by an actress who ain't acted in a decade? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like Rosie
Rosie
O'Donnell,
O'Donnell B
old.
list at best.
Come on, bro. She over there living
At
her
best.
old B-list lesbian life, and she's still dusting you and you the president, and she's dusting you in public. It's embarrassing. But like I said, this man is going to prove to you that these people who love to go, oh no, I love Trump because this, and I love Trump because it's all for white supremacy. Because no matter what he says, no matter what he does, they will find a way to rationalize it. I literally had a debate with somebody, and they told me this is what they said. They said, "So hold up, so hold up, all this stuff going on good in the economy, and all y'all want to talk about is Epstein." And I said, "Sir, are you telling me that money's more important than our children being molested?" And he was like, "Hold up, I ain't say that." I was like, "Sir, that's exactly what you said." And he's like, I'm just saying the price of eggs went down and all y'all want to talk about is Epstein." I'm like, "Sir, the price of eggs could be $100 a gallon, $100 a dozen. I want to talk about molesting the babies." And he was just looking at me, "You doing this when Biden was in office?" I'm like, "Biden wasn't in office when Epstein got arrested."
Well,
Yes, he was.
why
No, he
why are
wasn't.
pe- why are people trying to pretend like right now in this moment in time this economy is so great at the
Yeah.
moment? It's really not.
I don't even understand that.
A,
Like
a
that
guy at
baffled
my
me.
job, the same thing. Two of these guys saying same nonsense. Like,
Yep.
don't try to co-opt this one. It's very obvious it is not. And like they saying like it's easier to get a job like right now than it was a year ago. Yeah, whatever. Companies are pulling back on so much because of the uncertainty that's out there, and that's all on Trump. That's all his doing. So I don't understand why we're trying to pretend. And they're doing victory laps. They're looking at stuff that don't matter, like the gas price, like he did something. He didn't do anything. Gas price don't do it. He
Dude,
didn't
that's
do a damn
100% OPEC. That ain't got nothing to do with Trump.
thing.
Hey, and I've been having these arguments. People trying to tell me how Biden's tax code ruined everything, and I'm like, you mean Trump's tax code from 2017 that's expiring this year? They're like, no, Biden's. I was like, you mean Trump's? They're like, no,
You,
Biden's. I'm like, oh, I'm arguing with an idiot. My bad.
you know, in my entire life paying taxes, I never had to pay back. And ever since that tax cut dropped, every year subsequently, I've had to pay back. I've owed like 1,000, 2,000. Like I don't understand what's happening there. It's just not stopping. I don't know why.
That it won't. They won't. This is the notice this about everybody that has ever came to you and said, "Oh, the economy, the economy, the economy," right? They are either in a position where they're close to their bosses, i.e., middle management or lower upper management, or they're like in a place where they own their own business, or they're only dealing with the what's that tax that you deal with when you do stocks and bonds?
Shit, I beat shit out of me because I don't do stocks and bonds.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's a certain level of tax. It's lower than regular income tax. I can't think of the name. Cause I gotta pay it because I do crypto. But it's a lower level of taxes that that's why they keep all their money in stocks and bonds and stuff. I'll look it up.
I,
Mhm,
But if
I
people
mean,
mhm.
you got like the acuity tax. You got stuff. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what that particular one called.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. But it's the reason that
The
like
one they
CEOs.
ask you for when you fill out your W-2 at the first of the year, because they ask you like,
No, 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 no. It's what they ask you when you're doing in April. It's the one. It's the gosh dang it.
yeah, that's
It's
what I
the
meant. They ask you like such and such with crypto or your stocks that I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the 90. I can't remember, but I know I gotta pay it, and it's less if you do most of your business in crypto or most of your business in stocks. You pay a less amount because the dang it. What is the name?
So you see,
God,
you see how they de-incentivize actual physical work and labor.
of
Like
course,
they completely set it up that way.
that's
Uh,
so China.
oh my god.
They decentivize it so they can move the businesses. It's all a game, and people act like they don't. No, we're gonna get Trump in there. He's gonna y'all saw what I put. He's gonna clean the pond. No, he's not. Well, at least he's gonna clear the island. No, he's not. He was on the island. He's not gonna do anything. There's just another, and that's why I told y'all these MAGA people. They're gonna show you who they really are. That they're not about making America great again. They're just about WS because they're going to rationalize, they're going to generalize, and they're going to act like this all makes sense somehow. They're going to keep, oh, well, he didn't release Epstein files because he knew it would decentralize the banks, and they'll make up some nonsense as to why him not releasing Epstein files and protecting our children was better for the economy or better for the government or better for America. That'll let you know that no matter what it is, they will do whatever it takes to protect WS because that's what it's really about. Because no parent in their right mind could say, I don't give a damn about the Epstein files. There's nobody that has ever held a baby and said, man, I want to protect this thing that can say the Epstein files are not important.
Especially
Nobody.
when you got a base that wrap their head around the Pizzagate thing where Hillary Clinton is doing all
Come
this
on,
raping of kids.
bro, if people are sitting around, they're still crying about the cocaine. They still crying about the military. You telling me the cocaine more important than little kids getting diddled? Word?
Hmm.
Word?
Hmm.
You telling me Hillary's emails are more important than kids getting diddled? That
Yeah,
was
that's
enough.
crazy.
You telling me Obama's birth certificate was more important than kids getting diddled? You guys couldn't let that
Hmm.
go for decades. They still bring that up. I don't think Obama was born over here. Oh, blah, 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 blah. They still bring that up. But when it comes to the little kids getting diddled, well, eggs are back to $4 a carton. I don't really know. I got eggs. I got a carton for 98 cents the other day. I don't know. Apparently, scrambled eggs and cheese is better than your kids growing up without trauma. My bad, I didn't know.
So you keep bringing up white supremacy, man. You know where I stand with that. I understand that it exists, but it ain't my reality. But check this out.
Hit me.
So we talking about all the people that feel betrayed, and this is the vast majority of Trump's base.
Correct.
People that feel betrayed in terms of what they thought they were going to get in terms of what they would consider an opacity in government, right?
Correct.
How does that white supremacy equate to? And these are mainly white people, by the way.
Correct. I'm gonna show you.
We
Ask
understand.
a question. Give me the
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah. So I want you to educate me and the listening and viewing audience
Please.
on how white supremacy equates to essentially punishing the vastness of white people that vote this stuff in. Explain that to us. That's all
Here
I
we
want to know.
go. I'm
Well,
so
it wouldn't
glad
be
you
about
asked,
white
sir.
people though. It's rich and poor.
No, 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 no,
And
no, Van Cat.
and
Don't
yeah,
you
see,
step
yeah,
on me.
yeah. There you go. There you
Don't
go.
you step on me, Van Cat.
Oh,
Don't you
okay, okay.
dare.
All right,
Don't
all
you
right.
dare. Now see,
and, and,
what
and,
I
and
tell
he just
everybody.
outlaid out what I was expecting anyway. But go ahead.
All right, thank you, sir. Van Cat, don't you ever step on my points that I ain't make yet. Here we go. The MAGA people are the same people. Remember we talk about the Baker's Rebellion, and I tell people all the time how white the race white didn't exist until after that, until in Virginia when they
Correct.
started making those laws that if you're white and you marry a black woman, then you have to stay indentured. But if you marry a white woman, you get land and you get benefits under the law.
Right.
That invented the white race, but they don't
Correct.
understand.
Correct.
Right. Okay, so all right, we got that locked down.
And
So
it invented the white race based off of a class standard. I totally agree with
correct,
you.
correct. Now the problem with that, and what they understand, but they act like they don't, is that it's not just a racial standard; it's the class standard. You understand it because you're not a moron. They feel like we're white, we're better. But what they don't understand is we're white, so you look better to everyone that's normal, but elites are always better than you, period. And over the years, they've come to understand, okay, we're better than them, but we'll never be better than the elites. But we have to leave open the chance that we'll become an elite, maybe one day. That's why they vote for all these things that are against their interests. That's why they vote for trickle down economics. That's why they vote. That's why they feel the way they feel about NFL players. They're like, or NBA players. They go, oh, these Negroes, all they do is play a game and they expect to get paid. But what about the guys that are getting paid billions above them? Well, they obviously had to work hard. No, they didn't. Their daddy gave them $1 million. Hey, if they're and they'll make that's the white supremacy. The white supremacy is no matter what you say, no matter what's done to them, no matter what you hit them with, no matter how much you hurt them, no matter how you go against what you promised them, no matter how many times you tell them, hey, I'll release it, don't worry about it, and then never do it, their brain will invent a reason as to why it's okay or why it was better for them because white supremacy. Because at the end of the day, white supremacy is the end all be all, because that's all they have. They'll never be elites. They'll always be quote unquote rednecks living off the land or a hick in the back. All I want to do is smoke my brisket and blah 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 blah. They'll always say that, and their initial reaction to disrespect will always be, "I can't believe it. Look at all the people in Kansas. Oh, they took away all our workers. You voted for that. I know, but I didn't think they would do it to me." That's the point. They don't see themselves as such. But once they get their mind around it and they go, okay, they did it. It already happened. I'm still alive and I'm still white. They will fall right back in line because white supremacy. I'm telling you now, all this outrage, all this uproar and your stuff you're hearing, all this, I can't believe all this, they came for me, all this, we love Donald Trump, all that foolishness, all that is because they're being disrespected right now. Once it gets back to voting, once it gets back to, okay, it's time to actually put your name to paper, they're going to go right back under that. They're going to go, oh, well, Donald Trump was the problem. It wasn't Republicans. It was Donald Trump. So now that Donald Trump's gone, that was his last time, we're going to go right back to white supremacy.
So
That's what they're going to do.
so Mike, would the midterms be a nice gauge of where we're going to be at? Like, are the Democrats going to have a blue wave? Is there going to be a message sent to Trump and the administration and Republicans
I'm going to
as a
tell
backlash to all this stuff that's happening, or are
I'm
they
going to
just going
tell
to
you this.
fall in line?
I respect where you're trying to go because you're trying to catch me, and I love that. This is what's going to happen. This first one is going to go the way you think it is, because not only did he piss off the Republicans, but he pissed off the Dems. All those, though, you remember, you know how women go, it was 96%, and then black men go, we were 80%, and then Spanish people go, oh, we were this and we were that. All those opposition numbers are going to flip. Those numbers that the 20% of black men that voted for Trump, I bet you money they're not going to do it again, because they've had to sit and realize it takes a long period of time to convince a non-white that they have a chance of being assimilated. But it does not take a long time to show them that they never will be. That's the difference. And that's what's going to happen now. What's going to happen now is they smack. All right, you remember, and I hate to say this because he was a great character, but all the Carltons in the world, Carltons, they were, that's right, I got my hat. Yeah, I got my red hat. They ain't going to tell me no. It took them decades. It took from Reagan to now to get them to go, I'm tired of these Negroes. I just want to live my life with my... This election and what's going on now is shaking them. They're going to make the difference in what's coming up. And that's why Trump is doing the stuff he's doing in Texas, where they're lying about, where they're just going to act like we don't have to run an election. We're just going to put somebody in office so they can gerrymander these lines and get us 5 more seats in the House, because they know what's about to come. But that's not what it is. That's a one-season move.
Right.
The one after that is the one you need to see, because all the white people, you know what white people do whenever they see I ain't gonna say white people. What Republicans do whenever they see the blue stand up,
That's white people.
they stand up harder. That's where MAGA came from. Remember? It was that they were like, oh my God, we had George W. Bush, he's trash, he did this. And then the MAGA, the white supremacists, they didn't come out. Remember, that's why Bush lost. They didn't come out. That's how Obama got in. They didn't come out, and the blacks came out. But what happened right after they had 2 seasons of Obama? They had 2 terms of Obama. They came and voted like they never voted before in their life for Trump. That's what happens. So it's not this next one. It's the one after this one that's going to show you. Because black people, I hate to say it, and it's why I think individualism isn't that horrible, but black people have the shortest term memories of all time. I still have a friend that loves to post, hey, you guys remember this person? And they'll put a picture up. And people be like, no. And I'm like, you guys are all up in arms about him dying a couple months ago. Now you don't remember his face? He posted Sandra Bland the other day, and they were like, and I'm like, y'all don't remember Sandra Bland? And they were like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, y'all are pathetic. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. Because black people memories are short as hell. But white people, they don't have to remember. All they have to know is white or black.
So they need to know that
I hope I
while
answered your
Trump
question,
is.
Mr. MD.
I mean, it answered it. It gave me the outline as to what the outcome is. I don't agree with the body of what you said, but I understand I understand the outline 100% perfect. So with that being said, so I got the truth of what Trump said. Trump called his own people weaklings, and in the Oval Office he called them just flat out stupid. That's what he did.
And I bet you know what? Please show. Remember you know what? I'm gonna write it down. Remember this moment you saying that, and I want you to remember the voter numbers from this past election, and then remember the voter numbers that's coming up. Because I bet you money, it'll be a low. If it's double digits, it'll be a low double-digit difference in the turnout.
Yeah,
Because
it's the midterm. That always happens. The midterms will be nowhere near the
No, not the presidential. I'm talking about just the congressional. Just the congressional.
Yeah, the midterm. The midterms are always low though.
I'm talking about percentage votes. Percentage, not how many voted, but the percentage of what did what. The percentage of white people that voted for Republicans. There are a percentage of white supremacists that stayed in white supremacy. They're not gonna leave.
It'll be pretty much the same.
Okay. Well, then he can call them anything he wants to call them. They're not going to change. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But if we're talking about just the midterms, the percentage will pretty much stay the same. it'll be the overall turnout, which would, in my opinion, is going to take Democrats over the top in
Right,
a
but
lot of districts that are close already. But go ahead.
that's because of Democrats, not because of MAGA. If you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
say,
yeah. I agree.
Democrats are going to come out more, I agree with. That's what I said. I literally said that. But what I was asked was, how is white supremacy going to show itself? And that's what I showed you. It'll not. No matter what happens, they will stay with Team WS. It'll never change. No matter what happens, the numbers will stay the same because they can never, ever, ever see themselves teaming up with Team Not White. They can't do it.
Okay, I got you. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna ask you this last. You got anything else on that, Van Cat?
The one thing I wanted to say was, as far as like with MAGA or Republicans, they'll complain about Trump. They'll complain about some of these policies. They'll complain about the situation they're in right now. And like when people ask them, well, if you could vote again, would you still vote for Trump, or what would you do? And then a lot of them will say, I just won't vote at all. And I'm like, so you're waiting for Superman to come and help you at this point. You got to I mean, people live either a life of a question mark or an exclamation mark. And that's being a question mark right there. Why would you take your power and just totally make it worthless? Like, if you really about what you're about, this guy is not performing to task. Send the message, but there's none of that going on right now. So there's a large portion of Republicans that have voted for Trump this past 2024 election that are like totally done with him. They complain about him, but for some reason they're playing my team this, my team that. I cannot find a way to vote for a Democrat. Like,
What's the reason, Van Cat? You know the letters. Say the letters, Van Cat. What's the reason?
I don't want to say it, but it's just crazy to me. Like, this is the moment in time when you make a definitive statement, and like people just are so wishy washy, man. It's ridiculous.
All right,
Ricardo would say that too.
all right. So let me say this, and this gonna segue us into, because like I said, I'm all fucked up tonight. I ain't got my videos or nothing.
No. Please,
So
I'm so sorry, sir. I know this is your show. I'm sorry.
nah,
I
you
need
good, you good.
I need
Go
each
ahead.
of you. Each of you have stated either I don't agree with the body or I don't want to say it. I want to hear the opposition of what I said. What don't you agree with? I said a
Well,
whole lot,
I'm
so
saying it's not the
I
white
wasn't.
supremacy part, because I again, like I said, I understand they exist wholeheartedly. What I'm saying is, from an ideological standpoint, well, let me say this, because like I said, I want to segue into another topic. I think I could do it with what you just said. In the beginning of your spiel, you said, we talked about Bacon's Rebellion and how they did the racial classification and how it basically introduced a subclass, essentially. I'm gonna ask you this question, and maybe this will give you the outlier of why I disagree. If the racial identity created the subclass, if we get rid of the racial identity, like, you can't never get rid of something out of somebody's mind. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about from a governmental perspective. What does that do to said class? And like I said, I don't put much into classism. That's y'all thing. But if we're talking about creating a subclass through economic work, if we get rid of said racial identity, and this gonna segue me perfectly into the next topic, then what? From a governmental standpoint, not from what somebody feel or think, just from a governmental standpoint, does that still equate to classism in the country?
I think there's been centuries of alignment from state and local, and the only issue is that federally or federal government wise, it's not been as strong. But state and local, you could act like the racial component won't matter anymore, but it's already there. It's already there, and they've already won. They've won that war.
It's
So
baked
why would
in.
they even if you took away the racial, even if you took away what we consider the racial component, it's already embedded. There's still sundown towns, sir. Think about this.
I
There
agree.
are
You ain't
still
gonna get no
sundown
argument from me.
towns. Oh no, I know you do because you do. I know the state you in, but I'm saying there are still sundown towns, and the government has done nothing about it. Think about that. There are towns where if you stay as a black person, we're gonna kill you. And not only do all black people know it, all white people know it, and they don't do a damn thing about it. There used to be a wonderful group called the Black Panthers. The FBI set on them and got rid of them as soon as possible, right? The
Yep.
KKK been around since how long now?
Yep.
Have they
Yep.
gone anywhere? The Grand Master, them sheets still there, washed and freshly ironed. The government hasn't done a thing to stop it. White supremacy.
Very true. Very true.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Into the next segment. VanCat, what's an African American?
A person of color that has a lineage based from Africa.
A lineage.
asked me?
Not that's very vague. Okay, cool. What's an African American, VanCat? I mean, Mike.
That hurt my feelings. My daughter just said I sound like VanCat. That hurt my feelings. I don't sound nothing like VanCat. VanCat sound like VanCat. I sound like me. But anyway, let me. I'm such a baby.
Shout out to Little Mike.
I will fight everybody. Nah, my African American is a person from Africa who moves to America and gets their citizenship in America. That is an African American.
You know that's
like
some
a
bullshit,
person
right,
from
Mike?
China. No, it ain't. It's like a person from China who comes from China and moves over here. They're Chinese American. A person from slavery, a black person from slavery who is here is a black American. They are more American than any African American. They're more American than Chinese Americans. They're more American than Italian Americans. You just an American, period. You are American, period, point blank. If you are black from slavery, you are an American. You don't get. I don't want to hear no. There's no separation. We don't call white people European Americans. We don't call them British Americans if they were born here for how many generations. They just white. Well, you just black. You're American.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
As American as apple freaking pie.
I think that's some bullshit. Because Africa. So a person that is from Africa. First of all, if they're from Africa, they're from a specific country in Africa.
Correct.
They're not coming over here calling themselves no African American. Nor
you act like this country gives a damn what you call yourself.
And that's what I'm getting to. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Nor is any person from China is the exemption based on the fact that China is an actual country. So Chinese American, Japanese American, all that makes sense. Those are specific countries.
Vietnamese, okay.
Africa is not a country.
It is not. It is a continent.
Not Nigerian American, cool. Senegalese American, fine.
Oh, I like that. I like where you're going.
African American doesn't dictate an ethnicity. It just don't.
Agree. I agree with what you're saying. I do.
Based on the fact that here in this country, the Office of Management and Budget specifically gives identifying standards that pretty much all colleges, all jobs, wherever you go, when they ask you on the little questionnaire, it specifically says ethnicity and race. I ain't got no issue with that. It even goes far as to dictate how you identify, talking about us as black folk, African American or black. Now, why do you think they put that distinction between the two?
All right, first and foremost, hey Keith's Hot, hey Twin, love y'all. I, as a person who lives and breathes rightness, I will amend myself only this much, because European American, although it is used, it is sparingly used. and African American is used highly. I think they separate it because they have realized that the majority of what we consider black people cannot trace their lineage back to a specific country.
Correct.
So they just use it as a catch-all term. It doesn't make it right, but
I
that's what
agree.
they use it for. Just like, cisgender, how they brought that up.
Right.
I've always hated it because I'm like, I ain't just cis. Don't call me cis. But I've recently learned where the cis and cisgender came from. I still don't like it, but it makes more sense now. But
Right.
yeah, I totally. If you don't want to be called, or if you do want to be called African American, I'm here to tell you, just like I tell everybody else, if they don't have to accept labels, you don't have to accept labels. You can call
I
yourself
agree.
what you choose.
I agree. I'm not so sycophantic in a lot of this FBA and all that stuff to where I don't understand that I have direct lineage goes back to Africa. I'm not stupid, okay? I ain't one of these Negroes talking about we was here thousands of years ago,
Kevin,
shooting bow and arrows and smoking peace and pipe. That's dumb as hell.
Kevin.
I ain't one of these people. But I also understand that the distinction is there to specifically identify a particular ethnicity. That's just a fact. That we can argue about it all day long. You ain't gonna sway me one way or another. Now,
Nope.
all that being said, Venkat, Zoran Mamdani, your savior from New York City, is he an
I don't
African
know
American?
why he's all of a sudden my savior.
Like, I
Hey,
thought
that's
you
what you
were
want.
talking Swahili.
Hey, that's what you. Hey, everything Zoran Mamdani you rocking with. Agree?
That's yeah. But I mean, he got a little attention right now. That's it.
Okay, all right. Is he an African American?
Why,
Now,
Timothy? Why are you doing this to me?
if anybody don't know what I'm talking about, because like I said, I wasn't able to upload all my stuff. Let me give a
Yeah.
backdrop. Again, the dude was 18 at the time. Let's put that into context first.
Mm-hmm.
He was 18 at the time. He filled out an application to go to Columbia University. Ain't too many Negroes doing that. At the very least. But with that being said, he filled out his application to go to Columbia. And just like any other application that you do in this country, it gets to the race and ethnicity part. Now he
Yep.
filled out 2 boxes on the application. I have an example of it right here. This is directly from Columbia University. He checked off African American and Asian. How you do that? I don't know.
But
But he
I mean,
checked off both.
but you
And the
could be.
reason that
But you could be that.
Van Cat,
Come on, MD. You can be. Your dad could be black and your mom could be Asian, or vice versa.
is his daddy black and Asian? They're not. But I can tell you that right now.
Hey,
They're not.
Venkat let Elon Musk in the NAACP.
He is African.
So you talking about admixture? You trying to get nuance, just like Mamdani did. So
Yeah.
let's cut it out. So yes, Mamdani was born in Uganda. Everybody know. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody. The history of Uganda is a pretty telling history, right? We understand that the British colony of Uganda at the time in 1800 had these indentured servants that came from India, and they never left until Idi Amin got their ass the hell up out of there. And that was it. Mamdani was born in Uganda, no doubt. So the question then becomes: is he justified in checking the box of African American based off nationality? That would be bullshit because these specific questionnaires don't deal with nationality at all. Me and you both know that, Venkat.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't use that argument. You just can't do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Asian, yes, he is Asian based on the fact that he's of South Asian descent. In turn, on both sides of his family, he's a red dot at the end of the day. We all know this. Then he came up with some cockamamie excuse. So I was trying to deal with the nuance of my reality, and you know, I'm deeply embedded in African culture. His father was a professor of Africana studies.
Yeah.
His father is, I believe they said Zora Mandani's middle name is Kwame. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
So, you know, his dad is Black Power. Hey, more power to him, I guess. But that don't take away the fact that the power of blackness is not within you, my man. I appreciate it, I guess, but it's just not within you.
So you don't think somebody in his family tree at all? He has
No,
no part
no,
of black in
no,
him.
no, no.
Okay. Okay.
Again, no. So you, Vacay, hold on, wait a minute. Did you just
No.
pull the one drop rule on me?
He
He
pulling
did the
out
one
paper
drop.
bags. He pulling out
He
paper
did the one
bags.
drop rule. The one drop rule of what? Curry. The one Curry drop rule.
Steph Curry in the house.
Hey, curry is delicious. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's crazy. He just pulled a one drop. But in
Mm.
any event, ethnically speaking, he's an Indian. I don't care where he come from, what kind of accent he got, what kind of jump shot he got.
But
He's an
so
Indian.
okay, but people use, remember it says black / African American.
Why
So
again?
black
You
is an
going back to my
identify.
point. You going back. You about to kill yourself, Van Cat. You about to kill yourself. You're going back to the. Why do they make that distinction? It's pretty obvious why. Mike just said it earlier.
Right, yeah, right. I know.
And Mike is right. We already know that.
They give those two distinct inclusions of slash is black / African American. Why? Because black from a racial aspect includes all of us. Whether you barbecuing.
Yeah, but you're talking about that black. I mean, there are people that are like Spanish black with dark skin. There's people all over with like mixtures, and they identify their skin are darker, and they identify
But
as
again,
black people.
that's ethnicity though, Venkat. That's what I'm talking about. Ethnically speaking, you can make that argument for all of us. Now, I adhere to the term black as
Oh no,
specifically
you
dealing
don't.
with a
You X
specific
out
people.
black.
Yeah. Hell, I say get rid of it. But
Yeah.
I'm dealing in reality. I understand that that's just not possible at this moment. Why? Because we have these distinctions that we must at least try to identify with. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
understand that black encompasses the whole of the diaspora because that's what the white man said at one particular time.
Right.
Negro, black, nigger. I get it. Jesse Jackson come in the 80s and come up with this African American term that specifically identifies with a specific people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't come up with African American talking about this, you know, we come from Africa, despite what country in Africa you're dealing with. We need a ethnic identifier. I don't agree with the ethnic identifier at all.
Right.
Hell, if that's the case, we could have been well, Negro. We was that for 60, 70 years. Why change it? It don't make no never mind if we're not inducing some type of statistical breakdown of the ethnicity. We're not even doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, it is what it is. But we can't take away from the fact that it's an ethnicity. It ain't got nothing to do with nationality at all.
Right.
As hell, any other races or ethnicities on the list got to do with nationality. It ain't got nothing to do with none of it. So what I'm saying is, Mamdani, I can't prove this at all, but
Uh-huh.
based on history, Mamdani knew what he was doing when he checked off African American, because he wanted to take a seat from another nigga. That's what I say, and I'm sticking to it. History shows that's what Indians been doing. A dude made a whole strategy and wrote a book on how to do it. Oh, we all remember a few years ago that the Indian guy cut his hair off, tried to give himself a Black American lineup, and passed for a nigga. He passed, and actually took a spot from a actual black person at a prestigious Ivy League university. He did it.
Mm.
He said, look, Indian people, this is what you got to do. If your man cut your hair off, go to your nearest Negro barbershop and get your line up, and you'll get your spot.
Like they ain't got enough Asian spots.
And that was in the height of affirmative action. Now that's gone. You know, they held on to DEI as long as they could, but now that's a wrap. So, you know, it is what it is. Women, hell, y'all might, you Indian women, y'all might have to go get some micro braids in your hair. I don't know. Maybe you'll pass. I don't know.
Hey,
I would.
Indians got the booty already, so they could pass.
Yeah, some of them do. It depends. You know, a lot of them high caste Brahma, they be looking fine. The low ones, I don't know about that.
You ain't never lied, sir. Them high caste ain't no joke.
I live in a neighborhood, like I said, it's mostly Hispanic, but we got some Indians over there, and they the low class Indians. They ain't living in the big fancy houses up the street where the doctors, Dr. Gupta and all them, they ain't. These the low class Indians.
Yeah, those the cast off Patels.
Yeah, they be jacked up. But the high class one, they be fine. I ain't gonna front.
Boy, you better talk to them. And them 6'2".
Yeah, they be fine.
Them 6'2". Ooh.
Yeah,
them
so you know,
ain't no joke.
At the end of the day, I understand this may be an opportunity, a window opening for the progressive movement. I already told you. When it comes to the Democrats, I don't care whether you go more moderate or if you go more progressive. I don't give a damn at this point. Just pick a side. At least that way, you got something that's set in stone. Yeah, go ahead.
MD, we never go progressive. I mean, if you look back all this political history, that's recent history, up to 50 years, we'll go real far right on policies and agendas. We don't really go progressive. I think the most progressive president is Obama. I mean, I'm sorry, Biden.
In modern history, yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Last 50
Carter.
years.
Cut it out. Jimmy Carter.
Last 50 years, no, Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter couldn't get certain things done.
Carter. It was so much.
He was fighting.
If Carter would have had a second term, I would agree with you, because he would have did a lot more stuff.
Right.
Carter was dealing with too much, man. Like I said, the Iran situation, all that shit was going on. He couldn't do nothing.
Right.
But he tried.
Yeah, Carter was more of a peace president, where he was focused on a lot of foreign affairs. Carter was probably the best in dealing with foreign policy, as far as the Democratic side. Economic, the economy was in the shit by the time he left. I don't say it was his fault.
It wasn't his fault. It was already bad before he got there, but he was in there. I mean, it did. To me, Ronald Reagan.
The oil embargo killed Carter. It killed him.
But Ronald Reagan, I mean, they even said Ronald Reagan's policies really didn't do anything. It was just a matter of, by the time he got in there and he was up to his second term, it was already fixing itself.
Yeah, it was a bounce back. Remember, when Reagan got in, it was the upliftment of the oil embargo. Everything, oil rules the economy. Oil rules the economic world.
Yeah.
Once oil prices go down, everything else go down. Why? Because that's the logistical arm of the economy.
You meant Nancy, right? Y'all keep saying what? Ronald, you meant Nancy, right?
I mean, hey, you know, Nancy.
Shout out to the original Thor Goat.
Crack pipes and then locking them up after.
Come on, come on.
But I mean, yeah, I
What
agree
up,
with what you
twin?
said on that. I agree. Ricardo, what's up, man?
What's happening?
What
Peace to
you got
Ricardo.
anything to say? You
I
got
just
anything to say about anything we said? And I'm gonna ask you the question as well. What's an African American?
so the only thing I gotta say is this new chicken and driving dude that's in New York. I can't even pronounce his name properly. He ain't black. I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry, but no. And I have there's something about the whole thing of him being pushed that just makes me very uncomfortable. If this is where the Democratic Party is gonna go, I don't think this is it. You guys have tried. I you got to give them a Hail Mary at some point, but I mean, the closest they got to the in being a true party was them walking out of that whole picking Trump's lawyer for what you call it. That's the closest you're gonna get because they could have done that the whole time. So I guess now they're trying to do a unified. We're gonna be unison.
But they confirmed them though, right? The Democrats just walked out, right? You
They
talking about
walked out
Emil Bowe?
right, because we all know that was a circus waiting to happen because Trump picking his own lawyer to be a part of yeah, no, I mean, come on, but
Hell, speaking of Emil Bowe, I'm glad you brought him up. Emil Bowe, at they're trying to confirm him for the appeals court. Emil Bowe was the deputy attorney general at the time when they gave that sweet deal to Eric Adams, the person that's running against Zoran Mamdani. Hey, and I'm gonna say it right here, folks. I think Eric Adams gonna win. That
but
You believe
how?
that? Everything
How
for
is he
him.
gonna win? How?
I think Eric Adams is gonna win as an independent because
Oh, okay.
they gonna throw so much mud on Mamdani name by this thing. Remember, the end of this year is when they vote. They about to release a maelstrom on this dude Mamdani. This whole black thing is the tip of the iceberg, folks.
But is he
It's
saying
the
he's
tip.
black though? Like I don't understand. Like he looks Indian to me.
If you check off black, what that mean?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the most pro-immigrant person here, but no, dude, you're not black. I'm sorry, And I've met black Indians. Like I've said, I've come across quite a few in Jamaica where I'm from, but he is nowhere close to black. And I remember that one dude that you were talking about, MD, that said he passed to being black because he shaved up his hair. I mean,
Yeah,
I gotta give him kudos though. It did kind of look legitimate, almost
he
like
had the
that one.
skit fade.
Yeah, but you still at the end of the day not black. So it's one of those things though where I think the Democratic Party needs to be very careful here how we thread this, not we, but them, because we've seen this before, and every time they try to push an alternative, it never works out. We've seen it case by case, where they did that dude that was running against our current governor, and we saw how that turned out when they pushed so hard, and he ended up being that guy that was in the motel digging out
Oh,
his
you talking
best
about the
friend,
gay ice cream guy? Yeah,
whatever
that's
his
yeah.
name is. And he was doing the most, and I was looking at him like, you in it. You're not going to get the governor. Oh, you were so get. No, he's not it. Like I know what the Democratic Party is doing, but this guy is not it. Lo and behold, oh, I have complete amnesia. I have no idea how to end up in this room taking drugs and being butt naked with my best friend. I had no clue. What are you talking about? Like really, this is what we're doing? No, this is
Yeah,
not it.
that was embarrassing. That was a
Beyond
real.
embarrassing. Beyond embarrassing. And they're doing the same trickery and nonsense with him. I don't know if you guys saw him in the park yesterday, shooking and driving in front of this old woman. Oh, I can dance and I can do. What are you doing? We're not doing that anymore. Please stop it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we're not doing that. That's like it's almost as bad as them showing up at church talking about oh Jesus. No, we're not doing that. This is not how you're gonna get votes. So how you gonna get votes is being the opposition party getting out there and telling people what they need to hear and holding I don't know Twin is having a field day with this one. It's like y'all talk about them holding Trump to the fire and him releasing Epstein because he's there going after MAGA crew talking about they're idiots. Yes, Twin, there's still hope, but I say let it burn the cinders, because if this is what MAGA group is gonna do, talk about they don't need to release the Epstein, release that bitch, release it now. We don't care who is on there. We don't care if it's Bill Clinton. I don't care if Prince Andrew and the
Which he
royals
is.
are on there. I don't care if Microsoft dude is on there. Let us see the whole list of people who's on there. Eventually, we all gonna know who is on that list. We all know who is who. Let it be released, because I don't know how you ran on that, and then now you're gonna talk about Well, I don't think Bondi is that her name. I don't even know what her name is anymore. Blondie, Bondi. It's up to her if she wants to. If she sees anything on there, then she can release the file. Release the damn file. That's all we
Right.
need to care about right now. Release it. But
And
MIR
like
number
and
4,
like
people. MIR number 4. Talk
and
your
like
stuff.
and like I said, her credibility is shot anyway.
it's beyond shot if she doesn't release it.
Because everybody remembers the Trump University scandal. She was the one that was in charge of that case in Florida. And we know what she did with the Trump University thing. She threw it up under the table.
Which is why she's
All
gonna
at the
make it
behest
out.
of Trump.
That's why she's gonna make it out.
So again, so again, what we facing when it comes to this Epstein thing is one or two paths. Either it's gonna blow over with like I said, Trump is the media king. He can come up with something else at snap of a finger. Like he can do that and make this all go away because we'll be talking about the next thing. Or with collaboration with mainstream media, independent media, people in Congress, put the foot on Trump's neck. I don't care how long it takes. Preferably, I would say keep this thing going up until the midterm. People should be running on the Epstein file. Full stop.
Facts.
But
Facts.
As
didn't
a
Trump say
candidate.
what Epstein file? Didn't you see the tweet? Didn't you see the X post? What Epstein file? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what he said. And he called his own people dumb and stupid.
Dumbass.
So before we go, see there you go right there. Venkat just put it up.
Yeah,
So
they probably
before we
got it.
go
You
ahead.
can't see the little girl behind the lady.
Yeah.
Just
So
weird, man. Just weird. Just weird. And listen, and at the end of the day, if that's what they're, I mean, because rich white men always seem to get away with the crap that I could do, because you always hear Trump say, I could do it. I could walk. When I had the Miss Universe pageant, I could walk in on these 16-year-old girls, butt naked, and no one could say anything because I won the pageant. What are you talking about, sir? Like, that's still wrong, but I digress. If it
and
floats your boat,
now,
it floats your
hold on,
boat.
wait a minute, Ricardo. He was specifically talking about Miss Teen
I know,
USA at that.
and that was the weird part about that. It wasn't even Miss Universe; it's Miss Teen USA.
Nah,
You
you remember
know,
that? You remember the 8-year-old he saw where he was like, "Damn, in 10 years, boy, whoo!"
Hell,
Boy,
he had his own daughter giving him a lap dance on Oprah.
come
Pretty
yeah,
on,
much.
bro.
that's just
Come
weird.
on,
Everybody
bro.
remember that. What at the
That's
time she was
embarrassing.
what? She was like 14, 15 at the time.
Talk
That's
about if
embarrassing.
she was a little bit
Who
older.
the hell got their 14 or 15-year-old daughter
Yeah,
sitting on their lap?
that's
Bro,
creepy.
And
who
like I
got
said,
their
I
daughter
don't got
sitting
no
in their
daughter,
lap
bro.
gyrating? That's disgusting.
I don't got a daughter. You got a daughter, Mike? Ricardo, you got a daughter?
I got a daughter. I have daughters.
It's
So
cute when they're little. It's cute.
when they're little, and even then when they're getting old, I said, "You're not sitting on nobody's lap." I do not approve of you doing that. I don't think it's the wisest thing. And if you feel uncomfortable, let your daddy know, because your daddy got cutlasses and he's ready when he's ready
Facts.
to cut off
And remember,
somebody's
I
head.
told you, Venkat, when the Undertaker had his big ass daughter sitting on his lap,
Yeah,
Oh hell
yeah,
no!
that was weird.
yeah. That's
That
weird.
was weird.
Yeah,
Hey man, every
yeah.
dad knows, every dad and daughters know, you let them sit in your lap too long, their knees gonna hit you in the nuts. It's gonna happen. That's for
I couldn't imagine.
But
I
but
had got a
but
daughter. She's
but
sitting on my
none
lap.
of these things you guys say were deal breakers for MAGA. That's
You right?
outrageous.
Hey
They
Van Cat.
flipped out
But
for
what does that
Hillary's
mean, Van Cat?
pizza
That's
gate.
just weirdo behavior, though.
What does that
Weirdo
mean, Van
behavior.
Cat?
Yeah, they all
Huh?
lined up for white supremacy.
There you go. It's 5 letters. You can either pick the 2-pack or the 3-pack. It's either white supremacy or Mike is right. They both lead to me. Come on the team, baby.
All right. We gonna like I said, I only got one more thing we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna play a couple of videos with Eric Adams and Hakeem Jeffries
Can
and
I
see
say
what
one
they
thing
got to
before
say.
you go?
And then I
Please?
got to
Go
say
ahead.
one more thing too.
All right. Democrats need to watch out with the little letting anybody call themselves whatever, because anybody who's ever left the country knows one thing about 2 specific races: Chinese and Mexicans. Chinese and Mexicans live in every single country in the world. I don't care what country you think you're talking about. There's a Chinese people and there's a Mexican people. The Mexicans work and the Chinese people assimilate. So if you're gonna start letting anybody call themselves African American, Chinese, because there's Chinese Jamaicans gonna show up, Chinese Lithuanians gonna show up, Mexican
Chinese,
French gonna show
Peruvians.
up. China, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. There's Chinese and Mexicans everywhere. So if you're
Yeah.
gonna let this one dude claim, oh, I'm African American because of that, watch
I'm
out.
glad.
'Cause
I'm glad you said that, Mike. Now, I think we all done seen the movie Sinners by now.
of course,
Hell yeah.
The
After she,
chink couple in the movie Sinners, right?
they look
Which is
racist.
historically
it's
accurate
very,
because
yes, it is. I wanted to
Yes,
point
it
that
yeah,
out
is.
that
too. It's very
it
historical.
was a lot of Orientals in the South at that time,
That
and they
helped
were
the
doing
black people out.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, they was not only was they helping the black people out, it was
They were helping
historically accurate.
themselves.
Remember, they had 2 stoves in the movie. They had 2 of them.
Exactly.
They
Cross
had
the
a
street.
nigger stove.
Mhm.
They had a nigger stove and a white person stove.
Instead of nigga stove, the white stove.
That's a
That's what
fact.
they had.
No, I
That's a
know it's
fact.
true. It's true.
Because the
The
whites
only,
saw them as more acceptable to deal with.
And by the way,
but it's the reasoning behind that they felt them more acceptable because they felt them more acceptable based off the bartering system at that particular time. That go back all the way back to the 1800s.
and mind
That's
you,
just a fact.
the Irish were on also below the barter system, if you remember too. So that was also
They were.
historically.
They were.
So they weren't even classified like they. When you hear white folks talk about they look down on other white folks, the Irish were like below the barrel. So
Yeah.
they didn't even like the Irish people. Like, and funny enough, the Irish are white. So I would love to know what like how did that came to be. But the film is
They weren't white
beyond.
yet, twin. They weren't
They weren't
white
right.
yet.
They weren't white yet. That is correct. Because if you remember, MD, I'm not even sure if you knew this in history, which blew my mind. The Indian people could actually claim themselves to be white up until a point. The only set of people that couldn't do that was black people. That shocked me because I'm like, how the hell do you classify Indian people as white? They could have once upon a time labeled themselves as white people. The only set of people that were not allowed to do that were black people. As for why that was, no one knows. We all know,
Yeah,
but
it's a book. It's a book of the invention of the white race. It go through all of that, bro. It go through all of that.
crazy.
And again, to Mike's point, what he was talking about earlier, a lot of it got to do with class. No question about it. But the class is based on particular attributes that these people had in terms of the market in and of itself that we didn't have access to. See, that's why I deal with reparations the way I do, but at the same time call myself an individual because I understand what was happening at that particular time when it comes to of the open market. We didn't have access to that open market. Go back and look at the whole thing between Du Bois and Booker T. Washington. That's what that whole thing was about. Du Bois didn't want to deal with no market. He wanted to say, hey, look, high uppity Negroes, they're going to be in charge. Whatever y'all tell them to do, y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Booker T was saying, hey, look, we have to figure out how to get into this market. Even to the point where we say, damn, civil rights and all of that. We can't deal with. Now, I disagree with that part, but I understand it based on, I wasn't living at that time. I can't say what the fealty was in terms of how we view certain parameters of the economy, because that's what it was about. Green is the order of the day. I don't give a damn where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the Asians was able to do what they did based off that fact. They was like, hey, look, man, y'all, you call me whatever the hell you want to call me, but look, we're gonna show you how to get this bag in certain parameters.
That's why they gonna win. Oh Lord, I drove my eyes to some scariness. Good Lord.
Why does his face look like that?
That's that damn Varicose, whatever the hell he got.
That's an unfiltered picture of Trump
Hey, that's the
without
same thing that
makeup or
happens
anything.
same thing that happens to internet thoughts when you take off their filter.
Yep.
All right, let me play this video real fast. This Eric Adams talking about the Mamdani situation.
When you look at him stating he was African American when he was not even American.
What do you think about that?
First of all, he was not even American at the time. He didn't become an American citizen in almost 6 years ago. And so back then, when he made this comment, he knew it was wrong. And then he just said on the tape that if he were to call himself an African American, it would be misleading. You can't have it both ways, and you have to be consistent in your message and what is.
Was it offensive in your point of view?
I thought it was not only extremely offensive, but there are real rules and laws around stating that you are a particular race to gain entry or to gain benefits for a particular race. And was he trying to take a seat from an African American student? What was his goal?
This is why I
Well,
said Eric Adams, in my opinion, Eric Adams is going to probably end up
winning.
retaining his mayoral seat in New York City.
And see, I wouldn't even have a problem with that. But I just want to point out something too, where this whole thing started with because the Asians, if you remember, complain about the whole. And I'm going back to the Department of Education, where they complain about why is it that Black people always get to go into certain universities and colleges where they're excluded, they're not allowed to do so and so. And so this set off the wave that you see now, where we're now dismantling the Department of Education. So Asian community, I applaud you for going out and now getting rid of DEI, because it started from y'all. It really did. Y'all felt some type of way that Black people were getting entry into certain educational tertiary systems, and y'all were not, or y'all felt like y'all a little too few getting in. And white supremacy took a hold of that and was like, see the black people keep getting away, skating by easily, and we should get rid of it. Lo and behold, here we are now. So again, where Twin said, I agree 100% with Twin. Pick your battles carefully, because now you're just gonna umbrella everything under one thing and use it as an excuse to say we're gonna get rid of stuff for no reason. But back to Eric. I agree. If he wins MD, I wouldn't have a problem with him winning. But the problem that I have with Eric, with him overall, is that there's the whole corruption from last year. How do we get past that? Just like I can't get past
The nigga is a snake.
Andrew. The same thing with
so then
Andrew.
why?
How
So
do we
then
get past
why
Andrew
are we?
Cuomo?
Why would we then vote for a guy that's a snake, that's all these undesirable things, and he points out like this whole identity thing with the other guy,
Mhm.
and that's
Because the
supposed to
other side is
matter.
running a
Why
Komodo
does that
dragon and
matter?
a crocodile.
I'm just saying, like everything with Trump is like it doesn't matter like how deep of the barrel he goes down, and all of a sudden this is supposed to make this guy lose because of some inconsistency with some racial identity thing.
But what's
Is
the
it something I would
alternative?
like? No, I don't like that, but I think there are bigger things to be appalled by. Um,
I'm glad you said that.
But
And
Venkat, we're in a conundrum though. Sorry to cut you off, MD. What's the alternative to picking either Eric or Shukin and Jiving Indian guy? Like we like what do we who do we pick? Is somebody gonna come into the race real late now to like try to take off most of the votes from these two? Because we got to pick. Like the people got to pick from New York. Who do they pick? The lesser of the two evils. Which one do we pick? The one that's more black, pro black, blackly black, or someone who is make up believe black but is Indian, Hindu mixed black? Like
but
we need to know.
we've had black people in government running policies and failing like hell, looking out for their own self interest and their friends and family, and they don't
yeah,
do a
that's all
goddamn
of
thing. So you got one candidate, he's saying, about the high rent prices and costs and all this other stuff and bringing money. Then you got another guy who you've already got a large sample size of how he runs things, and it's not really on the up and up. It's real sketchy. So that's an easy choice. I don't understand how a candidate like Donald Trump is uniquely flawed, and they look past a hell of a lot, even their own losses they're getting from this guy. People regretting out left and right, and
That
that was okay. But
you
then
know you
this
know why,
guy,
Vic.
one little Mike, come on, Mike, but
You
one
know
little
why.
thing with this guy, and it's like to hell be damned. And why is these candidates have to be like perfect candidates? Like I don't understand that. Like they're gonna have some blemishes, but there's a difference between running a stoplight and stabbing a person in the head. Like there's extremes, there's peaks and valleys, there's different levels. And to me, it's not a hard thing. New York especially should understand that with the high cost of living. So if a candidate is saying something about that high cost of living, you might want to listen to it. And if he doesn't do it, then you want to put him to task. But the other candidate, he was already in office and they ain't do a damn thing about that. As a matter of fact, he just did corruption all day. So it's these aren't even things we should think about. Go ahead. Why
But
are we
Hey,
laughing?
I got you.
No, you
That's
said
I
he
get
cool.
did
what I get what
corruption like it
Venkat is
was a
saying.
video game or something. That was hilarious.
I understand what you're saying,
I get
Venkat,
what he's
and I
saying
don't.
too.
Yeah, I don't disagree from a policy standpoint. Maybe it's the change you need. Now, me personally, I think a lot of the stuff that he's saying gonna run the city into the ground. But again,
But why
I'm not.
why do those policies run the city into the ground, but the policies before isn't?
I can
Because
answer
it
that
don't seem
question.
like things are rosy right now. Seems like a lot of things are set up for big business corporations and whatnot, and that's not working out too well right now. So maybe it needs to change.
I'm not looking at the policy from a class standpoint. I don't think in the way that you think, Venkat. That's what I'm saying.
I get what
I'm
you're
Hmm.
looking
saying,
at
Cat.
it from a general economic budget standpoint, as far as the city of New York.
Hmm.
Hey, I'm with you when it comes to a lot of these subsidies that these corporations get, tax cuts for all these millionaire billionaires living in New York City. I'm
Corporate
with you on
welfare.
that.
I can help
But
you then, Cat.
what I'm telling you is, from a budget standpoint, you telling me that you're gonna have city ran grocery stores, which is central planning, i.e., communism at the end of the day. But I ain't gonna go there. You telling me you're gonna have city grocery stores? You telling me everybody can get on the train and the bus for free? You telling me the rent freeze? I agree with, because that's a corporate policy. I can get with you on that. But everything else has to deal with city money, which is based off a budget that the city has. All this free shit that you're giving me, somebody paying for it. Who's paying for it? The
But
city's
but
paying for it.
but MD, the things you just mentioned leads to productivity and leads to things happening that the city needs to have happen. If you give people free bus pass, either one, they're going to work, two, they're going to buy something. That's what you want. The money is there regardless. Historically, we've put the money in the direction of big business and corporations and wealthy people. That's
Right.
what it's been. It needs to serve the actual driving force of what makes the economy run, and that would be the
Okay.
people itself. And
Right.
until we
Okay.
get there, we keep complaining about these problems. A lot of these problems are not
I'm
hard
not complaining.
problems. They're
Listen, I
not hard
get what you're
problems.
saying, Van Cat. Again, we already had this discussion. I understand.
Yeah.
But again, we have to look at it from who has the money and where it's coming from. Like I told you when we first talked about Mamdani, these policies are going to run away the people with the money. So if you run away the people with the money, that lessens dramatically the amount of money that encompasses the budget of the city, essentially fucking everybody over. So, hey, go with the utopia all you want to. You see, you was about to say something, Mike.
I want
Yeah.
to let him know that I feel him because he has such a want for things to be right. I feel you. But it's a lot less complicated than you think, sir. It's a lot less complicated. People are used to corruption. It don't matter
That's
what he talk about.
horrible.
It don't matter.
That's
Hey,
horrible. But
hey,
I
hey.
get
I
you.
didn't
I
say it
get
was
you. I
good.
get that. I
I
get
didn't say
what
it
you're
was
saying. It
good.
makes
It don't
sense.
matter if it's Westeros. It don't matter if it's in a video game. It don't matter if it's you getting robbed at the corner store at a bodega. People are used to corruption. What they're not used to is the Mondani Dolezal coming in and acting like he one of us. You have this is a party that is a melting pot. It's supposed to be a strength, but it can also be a weakness. And he literally went to one of the fault lines of the party. He faked
Well,
like he was someone else.
well,
That's gonna hit people a certain way.
was that a now I'm not agreeing with it, but was that a political decision, knowing full well how the black vote is, especially in New York, how black women vote? If he can garner that type of support, that could help lift him in a way that being Indian or Asian or whatever the hell wouldn't be able to do.
Hey,
So
Hold on,
is
wait a
that a
minute,
you
Van
can
political
Cat.
garner a lot of
calculation?
you can
I'm
garner a
asking.
lot of female
Insinuating?
support with having a
Huh?
big
Go ahead.
penis. You can
Go ahead.
garner a lot of female support with having a big penis, but you better make sure you have a big penis to back it up. If you go down there and find out you got
Well, well,
a cucumber in your pants, you're not gonna
well,
get the vote.
well,
So
according
you
to
got to
Trump,
keep the
you
lie
don't have
alive.
to. All you got to do
Hey,
is say. All you got to do is say what you got to say to get in, and that's good enough. That's what Trump just did.
no,
All
but
that promise
Trump's
he
not
made
dealing.
before.
Trump wasn't dealing with women. Trump is
Oh,
dealing with
Trump is
white
dealing with women.
supremacy.
That's the whole
White
promise
supremacy
of his
overshadows
policy.
male and female, sir. Why do you think there are white women that'll up with abortion? I mean down with abortion. There's white women that who needs all these rights? Because white supremacy trumps all of that. I don't everything you ask, it can be answered white supremacy. You just need to accept the answer. You just don't want to because that thing in your heart that's like, no, it don't matter what you say, white supremacy is the answer.
That's not
Please.
good enough for me, brother.
Hey, but you know what? You're one person in this microcosm of
Damn right.
America. You're
Damn
right.
right.
And
I'm
guess
one
what?
individual
Hey,
that's willing to see things for what it is and not
I
run
respect
with the
that.
pack.
Let me ask you a question. Did you vote for Trump?
Of course not.
Is Trump the president?
Yeah, shut,
Okay,
shut it
then.
up, Mike.
Moving along.
We gonna go to the next segment, but yeah, that's the Bernie effect is what Van Cat insinuating right there.
I miss
It's the
Bernie.
Bernie effect. Nigga, shut up. Don't worry about your black plight or nothing like that. Join this fight in class warfare. That's
Yeah.
what's really important. That's the Bernie effect. Van Cat is
And
fully enthralled.
Bernie's one big mistake. His one big
He
mistake.
fully enthralled in it. Niggas, shut up and fight the establishment.
I don't, I don't,
We'll get to you after.
oh, stop it.
Hey, it
You
was
So
guys
Bernie's one big mistake.
disrespecting Bernie like that.
And you know I love Bernie. I'd have voted for Bernie tomorrow if I could. But that
Yeah.
was Bernie's big mistake. You
right.
can't tell people to forget what they've been having to deal with just because you ain't. And I respect them because the band been in marches, the band been doing it. But you can't tell people to forget the trauma they're dealing with just because it don't work. Human nature has never worked like that. That's literally what white supremacy is built upon. Think about it. It's telling people, hey, we
But is it
understand, but stick to the team. Stick to
but
the
in
team.
es-
That's
but
the
in
other side.
essence, MD's whole thing with reparations, stay away from the racial thing and make it about, you know, make it
But
about
that's the end
policy and
game though. That's the end game.
yeah, well,
I'm in the now.
maybe that's
I'm dealing with
Bernie's way of
reparations.
getting okay.
Hey, did y'all hear that Biden had money set aside to pay some Germans for the Holocaust stuff? Some
I
reparations
mean
for the Holocaust?
they've been
No, I
doing
didn't know that.
that.
That
that
pissed
ain't
me the
nothing
hell
new.
off. That
They've
pissed
been
me the
doing
hell
that.
off. That's crazy.
Which Bernie receives a check.
I believe it, but you Negroes don't worry about it. Man, get the hell out of here.
So
No,
there you go.
that's problematic. I'm gonna worry about it. That is
Exactly.
problematic.
All right, let's go to the last thing so we can get up out of here so everybody can go to sleep. All right, so
Nah, this brings me joy.
Elmo's in the news.
Elmo.
Elmo been going through it over the weekend, folks. He's distraught. Matter of fact, this was captured a couple days ago. He down in the dumps.
Oh
He down
Lord.
He hit that
Oh
he
meth button
down in
too
the
Lord.
dumps.
hard.
He done drunk himself to sleep on the side of the street.
Oh, oh Lord.
Oh, Elmo.
So Elmo, quote unquote, his X account was hacked over the
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly,
It's funny.
it was hacked. Now this is MD Thought Box Live. I don't give a damn. They may block the video. I don't care. This is what
Oh boy.
Elmo said. Elmo says all Jews should die. Fuck Jews. Donald
Mike is
Trump
good.
is
Mike is
Netanyahu's
dying.
puppet because he is in the Epstein files. Jews control the world and need to be exterminated. That's what Elmo said. I didn't say it. That's what Elmo said.
Oh boy.
Then a little bit after that,
Wow.
he posted, release the Epstein files. Donald Trump, child fucker. That's what he said. Then after that, he said, kill all Jews. That was it.
And
He
that
went on a
I needed
tirade.
that. I needed
Elmo
this,
gets
man.
meaner and meaner.
He went on a
Meaner and
tirade.
meaner.
This caused the social media uproar.
It beyond an uproar.
They was calling for the canceling of Elmo.
Wow.
How you gonna cancel Elmo?
Oh my god.
It's
Now
bad enough he had,
I say his account was hacked allegedly
it's
because
bad enough he has a hand up his. You know, let me be quiet.
It
a new
should say the
picture
Daily Show.
a new picture was found. Now this was Charlottesville. Now I didn't know Elmo was at Charlottesville. Apparently he was at Charlottesville. Jews would not replace us.
Poor Elmo.
I didn't know he was out there marching with the neo-Nazis. I did not know that.
Elmo
Yeah.
said he's sick of this bullshit.
So they digging up a lot of dirt on Elmo.
What's next? Elmo got a big booty in front of him at a strip club. I'm waiting for it. Why
So
y'all
of
doing?
course,
There's no limit. There's no limit to this.
Why are they doing this to poor Elmo? Elmo has done nothing wrong to y'all. But
Elmo's
y'all
on the
avoid
Epstein files. You better stop fronting.
it.
Oh
hey
my
man,
god.
Elmo was on one that day. He was on one. So of course, Sesame Street
The skeet.
had to release a statement on behalf of to say on Sunday, Elmo's X account was briefly hacked by an outside party, in spite of the security measures in place. We strongly condemn the abhorrent anti-Semitic and racist content, and the account has since been secured. These posts in no way reflect the values of Sesame Workshop or Sesame Street, and no one at the organization was involved. That's
God.
including Elmo. So now Elmo is on an apology tour. You know how when you mess with the small hats, you got to go on an extreme apology tour.
Yep.
ADL, APAC, all of them was after, right? So Elmo went to Poland with Ben Shapiro. They went to go visit Auschwitz, and he took him on the tour. And they did an interview. That interview is supposed to be out next week, I believe.
Yo, we're not
with
gonna
Ben
act
Shapiro.
like MD didn't just say the small hats. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
So he took a trip. He took a trip to Auschwitz. Then he went on down to
God.
Israel to visit Netanyahu and pray at the Wailing Wall.
Yeah.
So we on a full blown apology tour, just like they did Nick Cannon. He on a full blown apology tour
Yep.
because I don't think Elmo can afford to lose his job.
Well.
I'm waiting for the F Iraq shirts.
Well, with Nick Cannon, he was trying to promote selling his seed, right? So, that should be a part of the whole Bible. I can't even say the word. The whole aspect of the Bible, where but poor Elmo. Come on, man, y'all gonna do this to poor Elmo? Elmo of all people. What did Elmo do to you?
I don't know what Elmo was on that day when he went on that tirade.
You know what he was on. You know it was
man,
on. You don't lay on the ground like that because of alcohol. That's methamphetamine.
He was on the side of the street, man. and TMZ caught up with him, man. He was laid out.
He thought he was he thought he was sitting down. He thought he was in the room. He said, "Yeah, I'm on a building in 3rd Street." Nah, nigga, you on 3rd Street for real. That is
so
crazy.
that was the last story. Hopefully Elmo can recover from this. And yeah, go ahead.
Did you guys hear about all the Jews living in Iran?
Yeah, the Jews. The Jews. I don't think they like ethnically like
But they're the
Jewish per se.
but
Oh
they're the
no, they're not.
largest.
They're
They're
not the
the
real
largest set of
Muslims.
people there.
Right. Well, yeah, that area like northeast Israel, close to the Syrian border. Yeah, and you know it went down in Syria yesterday. Like they bombed the shit out of Syria yesterday. And it's funny. The guy that's in power in Syria now, Jelani, they championed him taking down the previously the one that fled to Moscow. They championed him. Now they bombing the shit like what you want.
They just
I'm
want
like,
they want the U.S. to kowtow to them in any way.
Wait a minute.
Anything I
Why
do, you have my back. It don't matter what I do.
why his face look like that though?
Because he's Karl Rove's son.
He's
He's a ham. A honey baked ham.
hey, and Van Cat put that picture up with all this shit going on with Epstein, this, that, and the other. The person that's probably going to advance the most out of this is JD Vance. Because JD Vance can come in and be the savior all over again.
Yeah, but what is
His name ain't tied to none of this.
But isn't JD Vance in Disneyland or whatever it is with
Yeah,
his
yeah. He
family
was
right
in
now?
California. Yeah, he was in California on a vacation on taxpayer money, on a vacation with his little half Hindu
Why
kids.
why are we not surprised?
Don't
You know what I'm
worry.
saying?
When they get Trump out of here, it's going to be the Florida governor, and he gonna walk right in there. He gonna blame everything on Trump and act like he ain't had nothing to do with anything. You'll see.
So you think DeSantis gonna have a clear shot in 28?
I think DeSantis is. Oh, that is hilarious with the ball spot. That is hilarious. Just let your yarmulke go. Just let it shine through.
That is
That's swole JD Vance. Swole JD Vance.
Let your soul.
I wish I could hit that note. Man, I hit that note when I was younger. I'm trying to tell you, he's going to walk. They're going to blame every single thing on Trump, maybe even the Epstein files. They're gonna be like, "Hey, if I were in office, I would have released him. I don't know why he wouldn't. Maybe he's on there. Once Trump is actually a lame duck instead of just a lame duck for us every week, when he's actually a lame duck, you're gonna see. They're gonna turn on him. They're gonna act like he did everything horrible. It was all him. They had no choice. He was the president. They had no power. You see what SCOTUS is doing. SCOTUS can't wait to give him power. Sure, do whatever you want. You wanna take away citizenship from people who've been here for 18 generations? Fine. We don't care. Do whatever you like, sir. As soon
Yep.
as he's a lame duck, they're gonna turn all that power,
Yep.
pass it on to the next person, act like Trump was the. You know
That
what
it
they're gonna
was the
treat Trump
worst
like?
thing ever. Yep.
Trump's gonna be the second coming of W. You see how they treat W?
Oh, of course. Of
What?
course.
He's gonna be the second coming of W. They ain't gonna talk nothing good about him unless a president die. Oh well, we see W. Look at him lusting after Obama's wife. Look at him, he's filthy, lusted after that negress. That's the only time you're gonna hear his voice.
Negus.
Right.
Sorry,
I mean, essentially, Trump is a lame duck now,
no,
and
Yes,
you
not
he
know
yet.
is.
this is unprecedented because you know, and this lets you know is deeper than Trump at the end of the day. Because literally everything this dude want at its beck and call from Congress. Everything.
Yep.
This usually don't happen in a president's second term, like at all.
You know why? Because they're still afraid. This is the first chink in the armor where people are like, oh my God, he's not going to get that third term. Before this chink in the armor, they really thought he could fight again. Bro, he took over SCOTUS. Y'all acting like I'm joking. He took over the Supreme Court. They kowtowed to him. If you think they couldn't find a way to make it constitutional for him to get a third term, all he had to do is keep up his political capital. He's squandering it now for this list. And unless he can find something to deflect, that's when he'll become an actual lame duck. But until that time where his rating, remember I told you that back in the day? Who was it? It was his Van Cat MD, and I was like, what was his approval rating? Blah blah. And y'all were like 40. What is it now? 40. And I was like, exactly. Until that approval rating really dips, it ain't going nowhere. And even if it does dip, he just gonna he got enough of Project 2025 in, it might not even matter. It's enough in there. I got enough people in there to vote the way I want them to vote anyway.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, the
I
thing
get.
about a lot of what he did on Project 2025 so far, it's all executive orders, and executive orders are weak. So it just
Well,
They're
depends on the
only
mind
weak
well,
state.
they
when
not
he's
they
not
not weak.
president.
Yeah, they're not weak when the Supreme Court and some of the lower courts are confirming them, though. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's one thing to try to run everything off executive order and the Supreme Court like knock and they've been doing it to a certain degree. They've been knocking down a lot of his executive orders, but at the same time, the ones that they push through are truly the ones that matter.
Yep.
Like the whole thing with the nationwide injunctions and the birthright citizenship. Like that's specifically Project 2025. So if you say, okay, I can't do this when it comes to birthright citizenship, but you're gonna give me a win when you say we banning nationwide. And to a certain aspect, I agree. There shouldn't be a nationwide injunction. If I bring something before the court and your ruling on that particular case then justifies and not having an individual opinion on any other case similar to it, it's some bullshit. Democrats been saying that for the past 20 years. You know, Democrats been fighting to get rid of nationwide injunction. Now, because it's against Democrats, it's a problem. See, when you fight when it comes to legality and stand on principle, you ain't got to worry about shit like that. So ultimately, this is gonna help after the MAGA verse is obliterated. This is actually gonna help Democrats in the long run because a lot of the stuff, Roe v. Wade wouldn't have been Roe v. Wade had there been a ban on nationwide. Y'all understand that, right? This is shit I'm talking. There would be no abortion ban had this been in place before that whole thing happened, like at all, because legally you wouldn't be able to do it. So this is a good thing. I mean, hell, this is a good thing for America. Period. I shouldn't rule on a case and then it just stand for everybody. Law don't work like that. You got to bring something before the court. That's just like me saying these Newport cigarettes killed my uncle. I want $2 million, and then the court say everybody smoke Newport cigarettes get $2 million a piece.
Hmm.
That's some bullshit.
I mean, not if I got some Newports.
I might start smoking them immediately.
Yeah,
I'm
feel
going back to
me.
smoking cigarettes.
Come
Bring
Damn it.
on,
back
bro.
Matterhorn. Bring back Matterhorn, damn it.
Yeah. I'll risk my lungs for $2 million. My kids will get it, I guess.
Facts.
But I mean, but you see, like what I'm trying to bring forth, like nationwide injunction in totality, and hell, from a historical standpoint, has been like real bad, like bad. You can go all the way back to the civil rights movement. Hell, you can go all the way back to damn slavery. If you look at shit, Plessy versus Ferguson, for example, that was a specific case that ruled and said separate but equal. But how you gonna justify separate but equal on one specific case? We could have brought that shit before the court. Everybody, all black people, say no, this some bullshit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And it could have been different, and you could have had momentum throughout the South to express your grievance and bring a case. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So that. But hey, that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to go legal on y'all.
That's kind of
But
what
hey,
you're there
that's
for.
yeah, I got you. So yeah, that's the show for the night, man. Like I said, I had a whole bunch of other shit. I don't know what happened to my laptop. It just I don't know. But I'll get it figured out for next week. I'll get it figured out for next week. So yeah, if y'all got anything else, man, hey, I'm out of here. I'm going to sleep.
I just want everyone to realize and to know that's listening that I asked them more than once what don't they agree with, and none of them have been able to say anything. They
I
all
told you.
believe. No, you didn't. You try to lead it into something different. Oh, classes. What don't you agree with my white supremacy views?
I didn't say I didn't agree with the white supremacy. That's what
No,
I'm
you
saying. I'm
said
saying
I like the outline. I don't like the body. What's the body? Pause.
the body is dealing with the class, and we went through a whole spiel talking about it.
Specifically,
If you
tell me.
if you're talking about class warfare, and then you have a subclass that will be your racial divide. If you get rid of said race as a qualification, what does that leave you? The
And I told
class.
you.
So okay then. So what are you talking about?
But
That was
you
my whole
agree with what
argument.
I said.
I ain't agree with that.
Yes, you did. When I told you that are already ingrained on the local and the state level.
Now that part I agree with.
So what don't you agree? Yo, just say Mike
So
is right.
I
Just say
prefaced
Mike is right. Stop fighting it.
when I said it at the beginning. I prefaced. I said you can't change a person's mindset.
I
That's
agree.
obvious. I'm talking about government, and then you clarified that from a state and local level, that mindset can still persist based on the fact that the federal ain't enforcing it on the state. I agree with that part.
Sir, I
So
didn't
you
clarify. It
clarify.
was my first statement.
No,
That
it
was the
wasn't.
first
No,
time
it
I
wasn't.
talked about it.
No, it wasn't. I
Yes,
just
it
outlined
was.
your whole spiel. You ain't think I remember that.
No, sir. That was the first time I talked about the local and state government. That was the first time you asked me the question. That was the first time I can't clarify on my first statement. That's my initial statement. Just say you
Okay.
agree, sir. It's okay. Come here.
Look,
Give me a hug. Give me a hug. You agree.
it is what it is.
Join the
And even
squad.
with that, so I mean that's a whole nother topic in and of itself too. So if we're talking about if we're dealing with civil rights can only be enforced on the federal level. Now a state can say, look, I don't give a damn. Hell, that's basically what they said
That's what they
during
straight
Jim
said.
Crow.
Mm-hmm.
They said, damn what the federal say. Under Jim Crow, we not gonna do that. And they did it under the guise of, hey nigga, if you want to vote, tell me how many jelly beans in this jar.
Okay.
Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, most definitely, the federal government didn't do shit about it until 1964 with the Civil Rights Act. So that part I agree with you. But in the case of enforcement, dealing with the federal government, you still got to have some type of clarification in regards to class. And if you get rid of the racial aspect, then you could do the VanCat and do the Bernie and all of that. That's all I was saying. Hell, that's what VanCat want anyway. He don't give a damn about your black ass.
I'm gonna make that a
If
dance.
if if
Do
you
the
if you
Bernie.
poor, you with us. That's what VanCat say.
And I'm telling Mancat, if they're poor and they're white, and they look. Matter of fact, somebody said the other day it was perfect. It was a woman talking about she had a group of men, and she asked there was 8 guys, 4 white, 4 black, and she said if all 8 of you were here, and they came to you and they asked them each separately, if they had enough for 8 people, for 8 families, what would you do? How would you separate it? And every one of the black men said, I would separate the stuff into 8 groups so all of us would have some. And you know what every one of the white men said? I would separate it from my family, get mine, and then the rest of the white guys, and then the rest of them could deal with what's left. Because that's white supremacy. I'm going to get mine, then I'm going to get the ones that look like me, who will have my back when the shit hit the fan, and then everybody else could deal with what's left.
That son of a bitch.
You feel me? That's what it is. But it's all right. Y'all agree with me. Y'all just don't want to. Y'all don't want to say it. It's okay. I've accepted it. I got the hammock. Y'all just need to come out and come lay with your boy. Pause. Not in the same hammock, but other hammocks.
You got the hammock, but do you got the trees? That's the ultimate question.
Sir, I'll put the hammock between 2 rocks, 2 big ass rocks. I'll find a way.
All right. Well, that's all I got for this week, man. Hopefully I'll be back next. Like I said, I'll figure this out with this damn laptop, man, and we'll be back next week with some more shit. Because every week is something. It's so much other stuff I could have talked about. It's like this is crazy.
Like
This is crazy.
evolution.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that
hey,
evolution.
sidebar. Let's do that real quick. All In and Evolution. I think those 2 shows are they probably gonna be like 1A, 1B for show of the year.
in that
in my
order,
opinion.
All In, and then Evolution.
I don't know
Six
about
hours
that.
of greatness.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Based on the fact that it was 6 hours. You know
But
what I'm
it was
saying?
6 hours and it didn't feel like 6 hours.
Did it need it to be 6 hours?
Some of
Yes.
those matches didn't need to be on that card, like at all.
My point exactly.
Man, if y'all don't cut that out,
So some of the
I
matches,
don't
but
need
like
to
I said,
sit there and watch all this unnecessary foolishness. Just bring me the main event.
said like a true elitist. Wrestling elitist.
but
I
Just
it
give
was
gotta
me a
great
pay.
though.
DC
I
run.
gotta pay to see what I want, and that's all I want to see.
Well, I ain't
Like I
paying
said,
no.
that damn tag team match, that Young Bucks and Swerve and Osprey,
That was good.
man, that might be my match of the year.
That was
And
fire.
I don't want to say it because I experienced Rhea and Io a lot. Like I was there, I saw it. Like I ain't never seen a woman's match like that. Like that, I always say Charlotte and Rhea probably topped as one of the greatest women's matches I've ever seen. I think that Io and Rhea topped it, and they didn't even have a finish at all. Naomi cashed in, but it was great, man.
Man,
It was
Io is a
great, bro.
beast. Io was a
Like I'm
monster.
talking about, that crowd was so live. Like I was telling my kids this. Bad Blood, like that crowd was live. I think Evolution beat them. Like the crowd was lit. And another thing, the Sweet Tooth was in the building at Evolution. They was live and in the house. The Sweet Tooth was everywhere. They had their women's title on their shoulder. I was like, and on top of that, the Beyonce concert was going on. So the Sweet Tooth was outside. The Sweet Tooth was everywhere. But they represented it at the Evolution show, man.
Not the sweet
Like
tooth.
they was lit.
He is nuts.
They
Oh
was lit, man.
Lord, Van
That
Cat, you are
from
disgusting.
oh my God, what the hell?
That is disgusting. Van Cat, you horrible.
Man, you
You
gotta
always
stop
talking
finding
shit.
gifs and memes, man.
Hey, just remember, AEW storylines, they don't fail, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
because like I
fail.
said, that main event, I
All
call
three
it
of them. All three of
of
them. I'm sorry, her Monet. They made Monet look fantastic finally, and all it
yeah,
took
that
was a
match was
Tony.
great. That match was great. But like
Come
I said,
on, bro.
it didn't beat Evolution main event at all. But that damn Hangman Adam Page and
Yeah,
that Mox main event, I call
that
it Avengers Endgame, because that's what that shit was.
facts.
All,
That
all the
thing was
people
crazy.
came out that Mox done screwed on, and they went to work. It, like from a story standpoint, it was great.
It was amazing.
It was great, man. Van Cat, you gotta watch All In, bro. I know you said you ain't saw it. You gotta watch it, man. Like
Hey,
you can skip through a lot of the bullshit.
ain't no bullshit in 6 hours of greatness. Don't listen to them, Van Cat.
Man, it was a bullshit ass match. That Okada and Omega match, that was great.
That was
Okada and
fire
Omega.
too. I'm still waiting for you to name something that was trash.
That even the TNT match when Dustin won it, that was a good moment, bro. That was a good moment.
Hey, Van Cat, have you heard them say anything specifically bad yet? Or they just keep saying, it ain't have to be 6 hours, but it was great. It ain't have to be 6 hours, but this was great too. You see, that's all
It didn't have to be 6 hours, man.
But what was bad? Tell me the bad stuff. Exactly.
It was.
Like I said, exactly. You just
It
want to go
didn't have
turn
to
back.
be.
It was 6 hours
It didn't
of
have
fire.
to be 6 hours, man.
It was 6 hours. Hey, Snyder Cut didn't have to be 4 hours, but it was fire. Schindler's List. Well, not Schindler's List. What's that damn thing? What the dude that was in prison?
Schindler's List.
What's the dude that was in prison? Shawshank Redemption didn't have to be 3 hours, but it was 3 hours of fire. Saving Private Ryan didn't have to be 3 hours, but it was 3 hours of fire. So it don't matter. I don't care how long something is. If I'm not bored and the only reason I move is because I gotta pee and I'm sitting there wishing I had a urinal like I was in a hospital, then it was fire.
I ain't need to see what was the match?
Look at him, he's
FTR
trying
and
to dig
out
something up. Look at him.
that FTR and Outrunners. I ain't need to see that.
Man, that was fire too.
I could have saw that on Dynamite.
You could have seen everything on Dynamite. We could have saw all of Evolution on Raw.
But hey, it was good, man. I ain't gonna front. It's
Thank
probably
you.
gonna end up being
Of the year.
pay-per-view
You
of
can
the
say
year.
it. You can say
It's
it.
probably gonna be. But like I said, Evolution is right there.
Oh yeah,
It's
Evolution
right
second.
there.
Evolution was second. It's like
From
they must have.
from
It's
top
like
to
they got a
bottom,
spy.
Evolution was fire.
They had a spy. WWE had a spy. They was like, oh shit, we got to actually put something up this year. This All In is crazy.
And remember, Van Cat, last week I was saying, hey, look, man, Evolution ain't pushing tickets. They tickets done went down. That's the only reason I originally wasn't even gonna go. I was just gonna go to that sorry ass Saturday night. That shit was sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Hey,
like,
Van
man, I
Cat.
spent all this money for this.
Hey, Van
This is
Cat.
some bullshit.
What's going
Van
on,
Cat.
Mike?
If you ever get that Plex thing worked out, me and you, I can set it up so you can watch them for free. But
Oh yeah,
you got to get your Plex, or at least $20 for like the whole year. But you got to set the Plex thing up because did you see the thing? The picture I put online on Instagram where I was like, this is what I'm doing for the night. It was a bunch of computer parts.
yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
I put together a network NAS. I built the NAS system in my house. So now it's just sitting in the corner running 12 watts, running 8 terabytes of
Damn.
just stuff. Just all the
Damn,
crap that I
bro.
like to watch. Bro, all the
Damn.
stuff I want to watch, all the books that I have down. I got thousands of books downloaded. I got anything you want. People call me and they like, all I do now is I charge people. I'll charge them like $10 a month to just access my NAS. And
No,
then they just go in there.
you're your own Netflix.
I
I'm
know,
trying.
right?
I'm out here
You-
trying. And
you-
here's the better part. They can request stuff that they want to see.
oh,
They can be
trust me,
like,
that.
hey, I want to see this, and then I'll go download it and I'll put it in there. And if I can't find it, I'll knock it off. I'll knock I'll knock it like maybe $1 off for the month or whatever. I couldn't find it, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and it's got all the new stuff that I love, like Murderbot, which is crazy. I don't know if y'all been watching Murderbot. The new Matlock, all the new crap, the new Foundation, all the new fly stuff I got on there. So yeah, man. So,
Mike, you soliciting media, man. They gonna come get your ass.
they
Mm.
don't have to find
And it
me.
might be Homeland Security. Your ass might be going to Alligator Alcatraz,
Oh boy.
Knowing Trump,
awaiting deportation.
knowing Trump, he gonna deport me to Lithuania because they just inventing stuff now. They just invent where you're from now. He was
Yeah,
born
you ain't
where?
going
In
back
Georgia?
to Jamaica.
He was born in Georgia. Send him to Georgia. They're gonna send him to the other Georgia. It sounds the same. Send him out there. I'll be out there fighting Russians.
Yeah, man. But yeah, both of them shows was great, man. Like this the weekend of wrestling that we had. Besides, like I said, Saturday night's main event, it was phenomenal, man. It was straight up phenomenal. That Saturday night's main event had me so pissed. I left out State Farm Arena. I was mad as hell. I like I said, I don't even want to say publicly what I paid for them fucking tickets. I don't want to say it because I'm embarrassed.
I just bought front row tickets, second row tickets for Ali Sadiq when he come to Orlando in November, and I know what I paid for that. And if I paid that much for that, I know what you had to pay to go see Evolution.
That shit, the Evolution was cheaper.
What?
The Saturday night main event. That's what I'm telling you.
They were.
It was a point in time last week where they had only sold 4,000 tickets for Evolution. That's it. The shit wasn't selling. And me and Van Cat was going back and forth in the messages. Hell, I was about to blame it on misogyny. I was like, man, don't nobody want to watch the women. You know what I'm saying?
So it was Van Cat's
all
fault.
this type of shit. I just all like I said, I bought the tickets while they were low. I was like, look, I'm gonna just go. The tickets ain't that bad. And then just all of a sudden, just everybody just bought. But that could have been WWE, like giving out deals. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the arena looked packed to me. I think they said all in all it was like 9,000 in the building, which is fine. But they were loud, man. Like the crowd was they was into it, man. They were Saturday night's main event was some bullshit.
I saw that coming a mile away.
You know it's bad when Goldberg is the best match of the night.
Ugh.
It's bad, bro.
Yep.
I want all my crowds like Puerto Rico.
Like that shit. I was like, this is a boy. And like I said, I don't think Seth is hurt. That's just me. I don't think he hurt. I think they trying to scheme up something for a cash in. But
Well,
to do that,
he looked like he hit badly though. It did look kind of
um,
weird the way he
it,
landed.
yeah, it looked bad. It looked real bad. But bro, they haven't like we know the dirt sheets be on top of this stuff. They be on top of it. The not the next night on Monday, they were in Birmingham. Don't all the wrestlers go to Birmingham like for the injury? I forget the doctor's name, but they Triple H even said it in the post show. He was like, we'll be in Birmingham. You know, he's gonna get an MRI and all that. I forget that doctor's name. Trevor will know who I'm talking about. But it's a doctor that all of them go to in Birmingham. They didn't even mention none of that. When somebody actually gets hurt in the ring, they put the X up. They didn't do that.
That's
The
a good
ref
point.
didn't do none of that.
That's a good
So,
point.
and he was on the Rich Eisen show today. He hosted it, and he didn't like give a specific injury. He was just like, stuff happened, blah blah blah. I knew I was hurt. He didn't say nothing. I'm like what's hurt? I don't know. I think it's a work, bro. I could be wrong, but I think it's a work.
Hey, how you feel about OTC 1?
See, another thing, they trying to say that was actually supposed to happen on Saturday night's main event, but because Seth got hurt, they saved it for Raw. I mean, I don't know what the hell OTC 1 mean.
I'm like, yo, doesn't the O and the 1 mean the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, so, I don't know. Do we have an original Tribal Chief 2?
That's what I'm saying. Don't make no
I don't
sense.
know what the hell, what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know, bro.
Unless they
But
gonna name what's his name with the hair? The little Uso?
little, Solo?
Yeah, unless they gonna name Solo OTC 2.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, man, and we'll end it with this. All these fucking PLEs and these NBC shows, Triple H don't got the capacity to book all these shows. That's why you go into an Evolution with no bill.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the women just said, hey, look, man, we not finna be disrespectful. We finna go out here and put on banger after banger after banger. That's exactly what they did.
Hey,
I think the women said, fuck that shit. We finna go and have the best show of the year.
should they do a Van Cat special and have an all-female PLE?
I mean, that's what Evolution was.
Nah.
Yeah, it was. It was every match on the card was a woman
No, but I
match.
mean like regularly.
Oh, talking about yearly?
No,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
they
think
need they need a show. They need a freaking show. The
So you
women
don't have
need
to
to
watch
have
it?
their own show.
So you don't have to
Huh?
watch it?
No, I'm
yeah,
just
because
saying.
you ain't gonna damn watch it.
You ain't gonna
I
watch it.
I don't watch anyone, but for the people that are watching, they need to have that. They need to have that format for them. They don't need to be blended up with Raw and all this other stuff. They need to have their own thing. It's that evolution should approve that people do want to see them.
Just not
Give
you.
them 1 hour a week, for God's sake. You got Peacock, you got all this stuff. There's avenues to put it on. Why would you not do it?
I don't even think you could do one. It's too many women on the roster though, man. Cat.
Bro, there's so
You can't
many
you can't
women.
do
Yeah,
no
so that proves
1
my
hour.
point because right now they don't even have a show, so they're just spliced in with the men. So that you just proved my point that they need it more than ever. They have a big, deep roster. They need to have the ability to be showcased like that. And that evolution, man, if they do that again next year, that junk is. I mean, Evolution already surpassed that sorry ass WrestleMania we had, and if they
Yeah,
keep doing this type
it's
of
the
stuff,
best. It's the best PLE they done put on all year. It's the
Just,
best
yeah,
one.
just not better than All In. All 6 hours.
AEW doesn't know how to do a TV show, but they know how to do those
But
pay per views. Everybody keeps
bro,
saying that. Those
I was
pay-per-views.
like, is AEW DC? You know
It's,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They like
I know,
DC and WWE is Marvel. They really, really good at this stuff, but they really, really bad at everything else. It's like, damn.
yeah,
It,
yeah. It's
and it's sad because, like I said, that story with Hangman and fucking Mox,
Moxley was
that
crazy.
was probably the best story, like long term booking.
Since the
The
last
best
Hangman
story,
Page story.
right? And it's crazy because don't nobody watch the damn show that even know. People watch AEW because of the wrestling, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all they watch AEW for. So what's the point of having the story? But that story was great.
it was amazing. Boxing
How
is screwing
everybody
over the
came out.
world.
How everybody came out. You know, Bryan Danielson and Swerve and all these people. All the people that Moxley fucked over.
I didn't get no
And they,
Orange Cassidy though. That hurt my feelings.
I don't know what. Like I don't know where he at. Was he hurt that bad? I know he hurt.
Yeah,
But then he must be fucked up.
yeah,
Like
man.
I ain't seen him in a while.
You know, that's my favorite. That's my dog.
And
love
Orange
Cassidy,
Cassidy
bro.
was one of the people that faced Moxley. Didn't
That
he
fuck
get
my
hurt
yeah,
in that match? I think he got
yeah.
hurt in that match.
He hurt him there. Yeah, Moxley was beating it, bro. That was early too. Yeah,
So yeah, you're right. You're right. It should have. Yeah, Orange Cassidy should have been there if he could have. He should have been there.
that would have been awesome.
But yeah,
He
that
turns
shit
around,
was crazy.
pull his hands out of the pocket, and said, "Bob."
That shit was crazy. And the only thing that I say that was bad on the show, the sound quality was horrible.
On
Not
All
bad.
Like
In?
you couldn't hear the crowd at all, bro.
On All In?
Cat.
Yeah, at all in. It was like that shit was mute. I was like, what?
Oh.
Because
Cat.
the intro, they had these big ass extravagant intros. Omega's intro was fire. He had the Omega symbol on fire and all. I said, but you didn't hear the crowd. The crowd was silent, bro.
Thank
And
you.
you know they weren't silent live. Just the quality of the sound. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Thank Cat.
Yeah. Good.
You know, when it take a mug 30 minutes to come up with something, and the something he come up with is sound quality, you know that shit was fire.
Bro, I said it was great.
You
show
know
was
it
great.
was fire, Van Cat. That man said it didn't have to be 6. All he said is it didn't have to be 6 hours and the sound quality. That's how you know it was fire.
The show was great. It was great.
Van Cat, you know
But
what it was great is? It was
Yeah.
great. The MD is when a older Jamaican person says it can eat.
Whatever, bro.
That's what he's trying to. I ain't trying to hear that. It was fire, Van Cat. It wasn't it can eat. It wasn't okay. It was fire.
Like I said, man, All In Evolution 1A 1B right now. I don't think nothing going.
All In Evolution. Evolution is 2 BC. Like calculus.
Nah, I can't.
All
do that.
In is 1A, 1B, 1C, 1W, 1 Love.
I
one
can't do
Mike.
that. I can't do that.
You wildin'. Evolution was fire, but it ain't touching the Heat Rock. That was All In. All In was crazy pants.
Man, you ain't gonna watch AEW to the next All In.
You better know
I
you're
know.
telling the truth, sir. You better know it. Hey, nobody pays attention to the montages before more than me. What's going on? Why are they not? Oh. You ain't never told the truth more than you just did. Woo!
You know it's a fact.
That's a
But
fact.
yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But hopefully WWE can get their shit together as far as like actually putting shows together. Even with SummerSlam, hell, SummerSlam, what, like 2-3 weeks away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What the hell? I don't even know what the hell going on. I don't even know what the hell going on with SummerSlam.
Hey, guess what?
Like it's like 2 matches.
Neither does Triple H.
Exactly.
But it's because it's so many fucking show every other 2 weeks. It's a damn pay-per-view. Every other 2 weeks.
Remember what I told y'all? I told y'all
And
this
they
about a year
cost
ago.
$2,000 to get in.
I told y'all about a year ago. They need to start. Remember I said this? They need to run like groups instead of like the same people for every show. It need to be okay. This pay-per-view, this pay-per-view, then you skip one, then you skip this is another pay-per-view. Like you got so much talent. You could run shows of you could just like this show, the top person will be Gunther. And the top show will be Gunther and Jimmy Uso Jay Uso, sorry. And they will fill in behind them. This show, the top will be OTC and blah, blah, blah. And you could just run a third of the PLEs for each show or for each group.
Or go back to do brand specific pay-per-view like they used to do.
That's kind of what I'm saying, but I want to add a third so they're not, because even half, if you only do half,
it's like you're still killing the talent. Like they are running them in the ground. There's a reason that what they call it in the NBA, Van Cat, when they
Oh, load management.
load management. There's a reason load management exists because they run these dudes into the ground. Look at homeboy who just had his ACL pop. It looked like, and I know you said San
Well,
Francisco.
pick one. Is it Tatum?
Exactly.
Is it Lillard?
Exactly.
Is it friggin' Halliburton? I mean,
Exactly my point. That Seth is going to be. I'm telling you, have enough talent that you could run different. You could have
it would
3
keep
separate
things.
things going.
It would keep things fresh. It
Keep
would
it
keep
fresh,
things interesting.
and you
It
got the
would stop
money.
guys from getting injured. It's
Yes,
what needs to happen. It should have happened over a decade ago.
yes. And who's burning out? Who's burning out doing a third of the work?
Exactly. And now you're
Who's
going to have
burning?
better matches because guys will be more rested, better in shape. You know, it's such an upside to it. It's just silly. And then you'll be able to utilize more of the roster.
And better storylines because they don't have to write stuff that has to stretch out for a year.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I thought I would never say this, but I don't like these constant PLEs. Like, it's like it's watering
Yeah,
it
it's too
down,
many,
and
bro.
What do you
It's too
mean
many
it's
and
of them.
like?
it,
That's exactly what it's doing.
it doesn't
It's too many.
feel like anything is important. Not even WrestleMania felt like something special. Like, and then now you have SummerSlam with 2 nights. You can't even differentiate the importance of WrestleMania versus whatever. Because if anything should be 2 nights, it should be Royal Rumble. One night the women's should be the last Royal Rumble, and then the other night the men's Royal Rumble. I
Van
think
Cat,
that,
you
that,
know you're not watching no female Royal Rumble main event, Van Cat.
that as the main event, yeah, why
Van Cat,
not?
stop it. You'll turn it off
No,
right after that, right after the last match, and go right to bed.
come on, Mike. The last few years, the female Royal Rumble been the best one.
Weren't you mad because they had the trash can on somebody's head?
Well, that's in War Games. I said no woman should be in War Games. That's just ridiculous.
My bad,
These
you're
women,
right.
they need to stay out of the War Games. That's ridiculous.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
sexist Van Cat is the best.
That is crazy.
All right, I'm gonna shut up. I promise. I'm done.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, we're gonna go and get up out of here, man. Like I said, we'll see what happens, man. Maybe we just need to just do a individual wrestling show. But the thing is, like, I don't watch enough wrestling to keep up. I watched Raw only because I wanted to see like what the backlash was gonna be from Evolution and all that. So I watched it. I watched a little bit of Dynamite yesterday, but Dynamite is trash, man.
Yep.
It's trash, bro. I can't. Man, even coming off the biggest pay-per-view of the year, that Dynamite was trash.
I kept to my word, sir. I told you guys, what was it, like a year ago? I said, once they got rid of CM Punk, I'll never watch another episode of Dynamite, and I have not.
But it shouldn't be trash. That's the thing about it. Like, why is it trash?
Tony Khan, the Young Bucks. Oh, my bad. I thought that was rhetorical. My fault.
Man, I saw a report today saying that they contract is about to get ready to be up, and like they ain't hearing nothing about re-signing.
Who?
The Young Bucks. The Young Bucks.
Hey, man, if the Young Bucks want to come be the B team in WWE, I'll laugh my ass off.
Yeah, because bro, they ain't gonna be shit because the tag team division in WWE ain't shit.
Facts. They're gonna come.
So I don't know what you're gonna do. They have some good man. Motor City Machine Guns and the Young Bucks. That's a good ass match. But ain't gonna nobody give a damn.
Nope.
Like at all. So
At all.
Hey, I guess you come here to die. That's fine.
And get a pay. You're gonna die with a paycheck. That's about it.
Yeah. But hell, I can only imagine what they were getting paid in AEW though. They got Bucks is getting stacked because they EVP.
Yeah, they better be getting stacked. That's why MVP. I mean, what's the name was so mad?
CM Punk.
Not CM Punk. The one that's on screen right now.
Oh, MJF.
Yeah, that's why he was so pissed. He had to get that. I need that EVP check.
Well, hell, he might get it in due time. He might get it in due time. But we out of here, man. Let me get the hell out of here. But I'm going to sleep. Hey, we'll be back sometime, whenever. I don't know.
I'm gonna go play This is the game called Hollywood Animal where you're getting a movie studio. Good Lord, Van Cat. You're
I
doing a
don't know.
movie.
Yeah, damn sicko, man.
He's a sick bastard. You're doing a movie studio in the 20s where you could be racist and all kind of stuff. I'm trying to jump in and start something popping. So y'all have a good night.
All right, man. Hey,
Peace.
with that, peace.
Peace.
Remember white supremacy. I